Is everyone okay with me fighting Lore Master for one fight? Playing for a little bit more than handing it off to Lore Master pretty soon.
Hey guys. How are we all today? We're gonna actually start with a multiplayer battle today against another YouTuber. We're gonna fight Italian Spartacus and then we're gonna do our own thing after that. I was trying to time it, but I'm kind of done with everything I need to do for today. What year is it? It's 2018, though, with Tomb Kings coming out, it feels like, oh god, when did Tomb Kings come out? Was that like 2011? 2000? No, I think it was like 2012, if I remember right. I don't know, I'd have to go back and look. I actually got my Tomb King build next to me because I was working on something that might be coming out tomorrow if all things go well. Because I wasn't going to do a Tomb Kings lore video, but I thought, fuck it, we might be able to just pound one out real quick. While Carrick 8 Peaks week is inching closer to... Because Carrick 8 Peaks week is either going to be this week or next week. But, might be able to squeeze out a Tomb Kings video real quick. Let's see, Tomb Kings was 2010, that's what I thought. Well, I was guessing a little later, but... Question is if he's gonna want to do this, like, because I think we're like one of, I don't know how many people have a media access build, but it's not a lot. So we could actually do a quick battle and he'd be the only person I could run into, so that could be kind of funny. I'm not sure what the delay on his stream is though. Is everything, hello everyone. Does everything look and sound okay? I have it running on low latency right now, but I'm almost wondering if I should up it to medium latency, which makes it look better for you guys, but there's more of a delay. I am going to be putting out a lot of Tomb Kings content tomorrow and the following days leading up to the public release. I know everyone else put it out today when the embargo lifted, but I literally got my copy, like, very not too long ago. I was a little later in the cycle for receiving a copy. Hopefully I'm allowed to say that, but in any event, hello Christian, hello Ragnok, Immority, Depression Noza, Fraser Watson, Home Slicer, blah blah blah, William Spalding. How are y'all doing today? Y'all excited for some Tomb Kings? We are gonna do a campaign, and y'all get to decide what campaign you want to watch for the stream. I'm going to be putting out like a recorded campaign that the patrons voted for, and I think they voted for Kalita, is what the final vote was looking like when I last looked at it. Hello Wiggle, hello Sea Striker. We're just waiting on Italian, and then I'm going to fight him and hopefully slap him around a bit, and then we're going to hop into a campaign. Because that's what you're all here for, right? Might be able to get in some multiplayer at some point today against, like, Indie Pride, but I wouldn't cross my fingers. God knows I talk to Indy too much as it is. Which, actually, no I don't, but I don't talk to him super often. But when we do talk, it's usually for a stupid long time. Archon the Black lore, that is definitely going to be a video. It will probably... It's going to be a bit, because he has the longest lore of the Tomb King Legendary Lords, by a long shot. Khalida, Katep, etc. Excuse me, are much shorter. I can tell you, you will see one of those three tomorrow. Katep, etc., or Khalida. One of those three will have a video put out tomorrow. For everyone. It's going to be one of the only times that the patrons aren't going to get a video early, but that's because they're getting something else, like, super far in advance. And I wasn't planning on doing a Tomb Kings video, because I didn't think I was going to get media access, and then I did, which kind of threw all my plans in the dumpster. Okay, he's on this. I need one of my mods here. Curious. Okay, so... Oh, the followers in the Gash do have access to their undead. Okay, so if you take Archon's special faction, he does have access to his vampire count units. Isn't that interesting? Let's see if we can get a Tomb Kings map. Let's see. The City of Bones? Yeah, that looks good. Oh. It doesn't make any noises.
Oh, I know, yeah, it's in streamer mode.
Oh, I should probably disable that.
No, it's fine. It just prevents it so people, you don't hear any notification. It's actually kind of preferable, to be honest. So, you're gonna go with Tomb Kings?
Sure. Do you want to go as Archon, or do you want to... I could play something else, too, though.
I've been playing Tomb Kings all day, so if you want to... If this is the first time your viewers are seeing you play, if you want to do Tomb Kings, I'm totally fine going, like, High Elves. I think that'd be pretty fun.
High Elves? Okay. That sounds like
Skaven.
An interesting challenge.
I don't even know how it'll go, but let's see here.
High Elves, huh? Okay, this will be...
The elves that are high.
Alright, let's see what I got here. Of course, I'm streaming and none of my mods have showed up yet.
Oh, you have mods? You're playing with mods? You're a hacksaw, dude.
No. My mods for the stream.
Oh, okay. Moderators, gotcha.
The people that are supposed to be working, and they definitely aren't.
They're probably on my stream. They're probably here with me.
Some of them are, I know for a fact. It's because I try and steal mods from you.
Dude, Misha, Whiskey Jack, my coveted mods.
I'll steal all your cupcakes.
Cupcakes. Hey, thanks for subscribing.
How's your streaming going today? I've been watching it in the background while I've been trying to get ready for a roleplay session I gotta play in tonight.
The highest I've ever had, 200.
Hot diggity.
I think we actually got up to like 250. Does anyone know what the highest point it was at one point? I guess press this button to find out. We got to 250. That was the highest point that I can see on here. 255, 253. Yeah, 255 was our highest one. Guys, this is fucking rad.
I am kind of not at all sure what to take.
Oh, this will be good. I can help you. So, Turn. I
No, 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 no. I think I'm gonna bullshit it. Just everyone, just watch and then judge me if I'm wrong.
Oh, bold move, God. I just want to tell you this: you have to go wide, or else your Realm of Souls won't trigger. So if you try to go like a small elite force, it will actually hurt you.
Ah, that's a good point. That is an excellent point. Because I have played a bit today. I played a lot this morning.
Oh, okay.
So I feel pretty comfortable with Tomb Kings. It's just a matter of... I have not had the chance to play them against people yet.
Dude, I'm the same way. I'm totally comfortable with Tomb Kings, but I have not played them against anyone. Except from like Turn, and Turn and I were just kind of like, hey, how does this work? How does that work?
Everything's so expansive. Jesus.
Actually, not that bad, though. I mean, like...
I really want to have at least one big thing so I can slap around dragons.
Dude, you honestly, the Necrosphinx is amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Hey, Nicholas Johnson, thanks so much for your donation, man. I just got the donation you sent my way. It doesn't pop up on the actual live chat, so I have to wait till it beyond it. But thank you very much. I really appreciate it. It is greatly appreciated. You know what would be great here?
Huh.
White Lion Chariots, but no!
Yeah, we haven't reached that DLC yet.
Right, exactly.
Do I need all these abilities?
Yeah,
I do want Restless Dead.
See, well,
yeah, these are all pretty good.
You just stay in chat. Cool.
I could get rid of Unyielding Will.
That's a mod. That's a mod right there. That guy's mod quality.
Cetra is expensive. That is true, chat. But I really want to take him. All right, so let's fill up, I guess, with some just chaff. Maybe one more unit of archers. Actually, can I take riding archers? Yeah, let's take some ridden archers. And that'll give me kind of a weird front line, but it should work.
Yeah, what are you gonna choose?
Well, no, I'm up against high elf, so no, I don't need that. I guess let's pick up.
Yeah, I can trick you.
Man, I'm in a pickle. Let's bring some carrion actually to deal with those archers. And then I'm gonna take another unit of
thanks for subscribing, man.
Warriors.
Wait a minute, did you mute this so I can't hear you talk to your people as you plan against me? Are you?
Oh, no, I always have... They can always hear me talk, but on Discord I always have it on push to talk, so you don't hear my keyboard and shit.
Oh, I don't care. Have at it. Mine's always on.
Well, I mean, like, it's just a force of habit. I didn't even think about it until you said something.
I thought you were totally on my Discord.
Okay. I think I'm ready, assuming you haven't sent over spies to stream snipe me.
I didn't.
I don't know if I believe you. I hear you Italians are tricksy people.
I sent some guys over there. I have them cook some panel gusto and some ham. We're gonna come back here and make a little feast.
Wow, ranking up these units is really expensive. I wonder if that's just a overall general change. Because, like, even the most basic warrior unit, ranking them up costs 19. Alright, I am ready.
Okay, I think I'm ready. I had a last minute audible. I'm kind of changing up.
We'll see if you can handle my greatness.
Oh.
with an army I've never taken in multiplayer, so I better make sure to talk myself up a lot.
So oh man, I'm sorry. Someone just spoiled it for me. Someone just told me your entire army's undead. So I don't know if you want to choose a new one.
Yeah, I actually had someone who told me that you have all elves. What is this? I thought you were playing Skaven.
Huh?
You've misled me.
Screw all this. I was gonna go with like more ranged, but I still want to do it.
It's okay. I'm bringing the ranged firepower.
I want to have us fight. I want to get up and close and personal. You didn't bring your shop to great bows. Oh man, we should have done the. Oh, I wasn't even thinking. There's one map that's like got the Black Pyramid, and it is so cool. Did you see it? Like it's a big floating pyramid.
I have played on a Black Pyramid map. I don't know if we're allowed to show that though. I don't think we're allowed to show anything about the Black Pyramid yet.
It's just not the final fight. Using custom battles.
Yeah, I think maybe it's just the final fight then. I don't know. This is my first time with this business, so I'm just being extra careful.
Oh please!
I don't want them to be like, "Oh man, fuck that Sotek dude. He screwed up the first time. Get him out of here." Okay, bye, Izzy. See you when you get back from eating.
The feeding has begun. What are you gonna play? You gonna play Kata?
I'm gonna let my chat decide. I'm not. I know that my patrons for like my actual channel series for it, they voted I think Kalita. So we're gonna do anyone but Kalita.
So you'll do for this. You're doing something different. Like you'll do a solo campaign that's different.
Yeah, for the stream. Because my patrons tend not to watch. They tend not to watch the stream. I don't think. They're all. I just imagine they're all these this weird shadow council of individuals.
The shadow government. I'll put the pressure on.
Oh my gosh! I'm not ready yet.
Oh.
How dare you rush a man?
I'm getting every advantage I can. My army is not prepared. Trust me. They're just gonna get enveloped.
You are not prepared.
Don't you Illidan me,
dude. I would love for Illidan to randomly pop into this game.
You are not prepared.
All right, let's dance.
Okay, dancing time. Ooh.
Cetra's angry. Bring it on.
Okay, good. Get the Ushabti Great Bow. So you need like 2 of them.
I didn't want to go too overboard with them because I have noticed in my campaign that they are kind of like just the textbook definition of absurd.
Alright.
It's okay though, I have Cetra.
Yeah, but didn't you see how expensive he was? Doesn't that make you mad?
I mean, yeah, but it's Cetra. Cetra does not serve, he just costs like $1 billion. And I've got a Tomb Prince with him to give him that nice little Guardian buff.
Oh!
Think you can handle my 22% physical resist?
I don't even know what I'm doing. Oh God! No!
Ah, fuck!
No!
Hey, your High Wizard's looking a little rough there.
No!
Hey, Carrion, fresh meat!
No!
Fresh meat!
I forgot my bird. Whoopsies. Wait, your Carrion's about to lose. No, get away, get away, get away. I don't like you.
Come here, dragon.
Leave me alone. Another bag.
Let me just buff their missile damage here.
Yeah, right, that's awesome.
Dude, the Tomb Kings have great spells.
Dude, so much better than they were in tabletop, right?
Yeah, they had like 2 good spells in tabletop, which were granted very scary, but I don't think your high mage is gonna make it back in time for the party.
Oh, he shan't. That's okay.
Okay, good, good. Whee! The kitty's having a party! He's just running so many people over, like, without even he just doesn't care. How's your dragon holding up there?
Oh, it's dead.
Explosion! Activate!
No! You've blown me up for the last time.
Did my Tomb Prince die? What even happened to him?
Oh, I just went right for that ass.
Oh, I'm all sad now. Don't you do it! I see you thinking about it!
Did it! If it continues forever, sometimes I think they actually go off. It's so aggravating. There it is. Yes. No!
Leave my shop till you learn, you big jerk.
I learn. Leave my dragon alone, dude. He's minding his own business, not doing well.
No promises. Here, I know just the thing to make you feel better. How about a nice Ushabti summon? Just for the kids. I hear they're great at birthday parties. Time to use a solar bomb. Whee! Ho, ho, ho. I don't think those sword masters are having a good time.
No! I just feel like we have failed.
Dude, you can't stop Cetra from just like pouncing endlessly.
Dude, he's so strong too.
He's just having a good time.
I'm just here having a blast.
What I tell you about messing with my shop, you big jerk?
They're my friends. Oh, it's gonna be a hard out here. My prince is gone and out.
You know you've got a unit of 18 Necropolis Knights to deal with, right?
Yeah, and I just got armor glasses.
Oh, GG.
That was good. But how do you like the Tomb Kings? Like, I mean,
dude, they feel
anything?
They feel super sexy. Like, man, Cetra just feels unstoppable.
Well, I'm surprised. I mean, like, I didn't test him at all. I mean, at 3,500 points, I was like, man. But damn, he
you've taught. Well, like the War Sphinx's mass is hilarious because he's like, oh, I'm just gonna keep doing my charge animation and just kind of like galump everybody in the way.
Definitely needed more Phoenix Guard to deal with him. Holy crap, dude! He just pushed his way through everything. He's like, excuse me, and excuse me.
I also really like the Carrion. They're pretty survivable for 350 points.
You know what? I didn't focus. If I had range, you'll see how quickly they die, though. That's the problem.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, for 350 points, if you toss them on an archer unit, they have 46 melee defense and 40 weapon strength. Like, they can hurt an archer unit.
Yeah, I mean they totally can. Like their weapon strength is massive.
I also think Necropolis Knights with Halberds are gonna be popular for me. Like a poison Demigryph unit, yeah.
The problem is, so we test them against Demigryph, against Grail Knights. They actually lost out against most of the things, but the fact is they'll be supported with the rest of your army, so they'll be pretty damn strong alongside your army, especially if you buff them with any of the Lord Mahakara buffs. So
yeah, and I noticed. I think the must-haves for Tomb Kings, like the I don't know if you saw them, but I had the Blessed Legion of Focht down there with the armor sundering.
Yeah.
Those guys.
I was trying to focus on them. Yeah.
If you get a shot, in on a dragon, and then you have the Ushabti pelting that dragon. That dragon's going down.
Which happened. I mean, like I wasn't paying attention enough to my dragon. I was like, well, my dragon's fine. Like, oh wait, what? Because like the crazy thing too is that like they've got shield breaker, so they'll lower the actual like. So I'll bring them up real quick for people that are watching. There. So shield breaker. Wait, that's not that. Yes. Minus 24 missile parry. So, damn, there goes your silver shields that you were all.
Oh yeah, the chosen of the gods. Yeah, they are pretty phenomenal as well.
You didn't have those. You just had normal Ushabti with great bows.
Yeah, I had normal Ushabti with great bows because they have better single target damage. The chosen of the gods have less missile damage, but it does explosion.
Use the chosen of the gods again, and like they're so fun. I love them so much. They're so damn good.
Do you want to switch roles for one game, or are you done?
I'm actually gonna get going. I just realized it's 3:30 now, so I have to stop my stream. But so, guys, on my stream, I'm gonna post a link to Lore Master of Sotek stream. Go ahead and join there. It's gonna go right now, and I'm gonna press that button. So he'll be streaming. Are you gonna be playing campaign, or what are you gonna be playing?
Well, I have to do campaign. I might run some tests for people if they want to see it, but for the most part, it'll be campaign.
Yeah, so he'll be continuing some campaign. I might play some campaign again later tonight. Who knows? I might just hang out on Lore Master stream like he does on mine. But I'll probably be streaming tomorrow and Sunday if I get around to it. But guys, thank you so much for making this stream awesome. I'm going to go ahead and roll my credits on my side. But go ahead on over to Lore Masters. I'm going to post it up here in the chat one more time. Lore Masters stream.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, man. Thanks for playing, dude. Thanks for being on my stream all day too, and answering a lot of the lore questions I couldn't get around to.
Oh, no problem. I'm going to make a quick poll, but I will see you later.
All right, later, dude.
Yes, that is what I meant. Hold on a sec, guys. Kotep, Archon, etc. Okay, and then I go back here. Hi, chanted on occasion. Also, who would win between Human Nagash and Human Cetra? Probably Human Cetra. Human Cetra was fucking ridiculous. Alright, I just posted a thing in chat. Go poll in chat. Go vote for what legendary lord you want to see. Do a campaign. Because we're going to do some campaign. Oh, I'm actually going to shut down the game real quick and restart it because I want to turn on 2 mods real quick. The reason Khalida is not an option is because she is going to... Page not found? Are you serious? It works when I click it. It might not work... maybe it only works in certain countries? That's the only thing I can think of. I don't know, give it a second. Alright, fine, we'll do it the old-fashioned way. Do I at least have one mod here? Misha, you're here, right? I'm gonna give you a hard job. Because I'm terrible. It only works because it's your page and you haven't posted it yet. Wait, go back. Go back. So if I post it... It says it's working on mine. Okay, fine. We're gonna do this the old-fashioned way. In chat, just one time, because I can see your names, just post the Legendary Lord you want us to do. And just make it the Legendary Lord's name. Don't do any extra goofiness. Just say Katep, Cetra, or Archon. Those are your 3 choices. Because Khalida is going to be for something different. Okay, Katep starts off with an early lead. Katep is doing extremely well. Cetra's catching up just a little bit. It's looking like Katep. Do I have any mods here? I'm thinking it looks like Katep, but if I'm curious if any mods are gonna back me up on this. Just play a squeak. No. Don't think that would go over well. Wow, a lot of subscribers all of a sudden. Thank you guys for those of you who haven't been here before. All right, it's looking like Katep to me. So we are going to do Eye of the Vortex. We might do some Mortal Empires tomorrow, but we're going to start with Katep today.
We must preserve.
And we're going to do hard because I don't want to kill myself. Trench is not available yet, unfortunately. Alright, enjoy a movie, even though sound effects are probably going to interrupt it.
The sands of time ravage your mortals. Even civilizations cannot stand against it. Their remnants lost beneath the dunes, awaiting discovery by the brave or foolish.
What's that? I can hear something. Come here, quiet.
Like time itself, the living are not welcome in Nehekara. For this is the land of the dead, ruled by the Tomb Kings, where only the expired may serve. The mortuary cult were the first to deny death's embrace, if not the ravages of time. Lich Lord Katep seeks to return the cult to Cetra's grace. Eternity was promised, but the Tomb Kings awoke to unlife, no longer beatific sovereigns. Their kingdoms as decayed as their bodies. The glory of Khemri lost, forgotten. A comet, an omen. The Black Pyramid stirs, but does not wake. A vessel of untold power, awaiting a new master. But it remains sealed. The Lich Priests are tasked with finding access. They venture deep into the catacombs, seeking clues. Discovering an obelisk inscribed with hieroglyphs as old as the desert gods. The answer lies in the 9 books of Nagash, the original tomes of undead lore, authored by the Arch-Necromancer. Due to the turbulence of the vortex across the ocean, not 9, but only 5 books are needed. Then the pyramid shall open. Time has seen the books lost, scattered. Other Tomb Kings will seek them, for all desire the Black Pyramid. Begin the search. Raise your warriors. The legions of Khemri march to war.
Alrighty then, so the Grand Hierotet's roaming has taken him far from Nehekara. Khatep and his fellow exiles now find themselves in the cold north, seeking out the tones of Nagash that will grant ingress to the Black Pyramid, with which he shall restore the mortuary cult's favor with the Great King. Firstly, Khatep must ensure this expedition is not frustrated by the local living populace. The Dark Elves look upon Khatep's arrival as a threat. Prove their concerns correct. Good timing, whoever that was with the subscribe button. good timing. And if you guys are enjoying the stream, please feel free to hit that like button. It helps out in little ways. As for who Khatep is, Grand Hierophant Khatep is the first of the mortuary cult to discover immortality. He's not actually undead, per se. He's alive, technically. Though his body is very withered and decayed. Though it's tougher than it looks. But Khatep is basically the full big boss of the mortuary cult, which is the most powerful religious cult still that survived the fall of Nehekara, because they were in charge of prepping the bodies of the dead for all of the kings and their legions and all that stuff. And basically they were the most powerful force in Nehekara until eventually Nagash happened, and Nagash took advantage of the mortuary cult and did a bunch of nasty stuff. But what's special about Khatep is that when all the Tomb Kings woke up, after Nagash's ritual, there was this ugly civil war because all of the undead woke up at the same time. So you basically had every single Tomb King who had ever lived, most of which were kind of arrogant bastards, waking up and laying claim to the same stuff. So there was a huge war between all of them. And they wouldn't stop fighting. And eventually Nagash came back and basically prepared to lay his claim to the land of the dead. And hold on. We got a speech and then I'll finish.
His wish exiled me to roam these frozen and barren lands of Nagaroth. But they will not stop me from still serving my king. I have failed him once in the search for unlife, but I shall not fail again. I yearn to journey back to Khemri, past the bestial hordes that war with us, and across the cold mountains, harboring a dark, chaotic magic as unsubtle as it is destructive. If I am to return to Nekara, I must find safe passage. The coast is guarded by high elves, and the great ocean filled with peril. Yet these lands of the dark elves and the jungles of Lustria may yet still provide what the mortuary cult seeks. The path to the day of awakening. The answers are hidden in the Black Pyramid. But to gain entry, I must seek out the books of Nagash. These tomes of our arch-enemy are the key to our ultimate purpose and King Setera's grace.
You're right. I was on mute. Sorry. So the mortuary cult is basically the living remainder of the Tomb Kings, and so essentially what happened is that those of them that survived found that the way they had prepared the bodies of the Tomb Kings allowed them to come back and basically be in full control of their bodies and be animated and have their minds intact, which is what separates them so distinctly from the vampire counts, is that vampire counts are all just puppets being controlled by a necromancer or a vampire. In any event, Katep, while this great war of the dead was happening, where all the Tomb Kings were fighting each other and nobody was winning and it was just a huge clusterfuck, Katep decided to go wake up Cetra, because Cetra did not wake up from Nagash's spell alone. The incantations that had been put on his tomb were far stronger. So he went and woke up Cetra to make sure that Cetra would beat the shit out of all the other Tomb Kings and get them in line, which he did. And Cetra forced most of the Tomb Kings to go back to sleep. Which means, of course, they could be raised later, but he wanted them to go behave themselves. So after that, once Cetra kind of woke up and once he understood what had happened, he was pissed. Because when Cetra had died, the mortuary cult, who Katep had been a member of and was the Grand Hierophant, had promised him that he would come back as a golden, beautiful immortal. And instead he came back as a cadaver. A very powerful cadaver, but he still didn't look too good. So Cetra banished Katep under pain of death to never return to Nehekara until he had discovered a way to give Cetra the immortality he had promised him. And that puts us where we are now. So someone asked earlier what happens to these guys when they die, Lich Priests. So when a Lich Priest dies, they cannot be resurrected through traditional means. Like, you can't just bring back a Lich Priest and he's able to be a Lich Priest again. What they normally do with them is they put them into sarcophagi and put those inside of, like, tomb scorpions or various constructs, and their souls are able to control the constructs. So they basically keep serving in that function. Do I think they will add the Vampire Coast? Maybe. I wouldn't count on it, though. Alright, so our starting army is we have Grand Hierophant Katep, which I'm sure you all want to see his signature abilities. He's got nothing super special going on just yet. He does have resilience against Vampire and Desert and Barren Wasteland. He does have the Curse, which all Tomb King Lords have this, though some of the legendary lords like Cetra and Archon have a better version. But what the Curse is when they get below 50% health, they basically do a bunch of damage to everybody close by. All Tomb King Lords also have this, which is My Will Be Done, which provides a small buff to all friendly undead units. Or all allies, so this also works on constructs. And then, of course, he starts off with one spell being the Incantation of Cursed Blades, and Katep has a special Sandstorm ability, which I'll show y'all. As for our starting units, we've got Nehekaran Warriors, which are the medium-level damage-dealing anti-infantry units, though they don't actually have anti-infantry. Spearmen, Carrion, which are flyers and are very similar to Fellbats, and then we have the Hyro Titan, who's the big, scary, awesome monster, who provides increased winds of magic. He has 1 free Spirit Leech, 2 free Shim's Burning Gazes. He has very good stats. He has pretty decent armor piercing, very good armor piercing, actually. He has extremely high melee attack and melee defense for a monster, and he has flaming and magical attacks, which is awesome. So, without further ado, let's get started. We are going to put this Lich Priest into Katep's army, and the reason is because this replenished troops is actually going to be crucial to our work. We're actually not going to worry about his spells too much for right now. I would rather him be generating canopic jars for me. And what canopic jars are is if you open this mortuary cult menu, you can craft certain elite units and then items of every variety, which is awesome. This is one of my favorite new features of the Tomb Kings. but it requires a certain amount of canopic jars and then a resource like gold or gems, iron, medicinal plants, salt, you know, pretty much every resource, which you can see them all up here. But you need a ton of jars, and you also need them for certain aspects of the tech tree, like getting special lords. Zihu, thank you for the donation, sir. I appreciate it. And being able to unlock more heroes. So without further ado, let's get this party started. If you have any further questions for me, feel free to shoot away. I'll kind of walk y'all through everything that I've seen so far with the campaign. The building trees are pretty straightforward. You have your military... These are your basic military trees. Let's see. Is there a particular reason... So you have to remember, Whiskey Jack, that to the Tomb Kings, Cetra was literally... Like, he was God. Almost. Like, he was so perfect and amazing and decreed by the gods that everyone was unquestioningly loyal to Cetra because he was clearly favored by the desert gods, and he was the most powerful of all the Tomb Kings. And that sticks with the mortuary cult. They are very subservient. That being said, like, Lich Priests can be dicks, and there are many of them who have betrayed their Tomb King or stuff like that, and there are people who have betrayed Cetra, even though he usually kills them immediately. But Katep is incredibly loyal. That's just kind of his personality. Okay, so we've got one empty building slot, and then we can upgrade our troops. So Tomb Kings, if you haven't heard, have a max cap on special units. So you can get as many spearmen and warriors as you want, but they're terrible. But archers, for instance, I have a cap of 4 right now, but I can increase that by building more of their unit chain. But we definitely want to recruit 3 of them, because we're going to need them, though we should probably march out a little bit. Actually, we'll probably take out this guy first. But, so we're going to go ahead and upgrade this building so we can get our hands on Nehekarn warriors. And you'll see, so building this gave me +4 archers. Building this keeps me at the +4 archers, but it also gives me +2 warriors. If I was to get this, I would keep the +2 warriors, but I would get +6 archers, and then I'd get +2 Tomb Guard and +1 Tomb Guard with Halberd. So we're going to go with that. And then for this building, looking at our options, we have Public Order, which if you level up unlocks Carrion, Growth, Replenishment, or Money and Campaign Movement. I'm actually going to go with the Money and Campaign Movement, because this particular region is fucking huge, and when you're trying to run up and down it all the time, this helps. So we're going to go attack these Dark Elves and have a good time.
Sever their mortal bonds.
I will tell you guys, Tomb Kings do struggle early game because you don't have access to a lot of powerful units. You have to, like, expand enough to get your unit cap up. So their early campaign can be quite difficult. But they are quite fun. Brass, yeah, Throg, the Troll King, is in Game 1. He'll be added to Game 2 in May. But if you want to play Throg, all you have to do is buy Warhammer 1 with the Norska DLC. And you can play Throg as much as you want. I yawn when I try and talk a lot. So if I'm yawning, it's not because I'm tired or bored. It's because I'm trying to talk too much and my body's forcing me to take deep breaths. What did the other races think of Sigmar's ascension to godhood? Clay, most of them, those that bother to have an opinion on it, most of them think he's basically just like a false emperor, or they essentially think the Empire makes up myths, or they think that like Sigmar is kind of like a lesser god or more like a demigod. You know, in a world where mortals of chaos can ascend to be gods, he's not. It's not like Talos, for instance. It's from the Elder Scrolls series. Like, most races acknowledge Sigmar as a god, but not a lot of races consider him powerful. No, the Sartosan campaign is not dead. We took a break for the holidays. It'll be starting up again soon. Who asked that? Derek. So let's get in some nice shots of some Tomb King action. You've got your mummified vultures, because what doesn't say mummies like mummified vultures? You got skeleton spearmen. This is Katep. He's got a pretty ugly lurch. When he looks like his right leg is just permanently asleep. These are your Nehekaran swordsmen. They are the mid-tier, one of the only mid-tier infantry units. There's Lich Priest. They also have a pretty nasty gaint. And then there's Big Daddy. This is the Hyro Titan, who is very powerful. He's got the icons of Judgment in one hand, and he's got a staff of essentially, I think, Truth in the other hand. The icons and the staff represent different gods of the Nehekaran pantheon. And we'll try and get some action shots in here for you guys. Oh, I didn't even see these harpies. Well, my carrion are dead. Well, that's unfortunate. That's what I get for not paying attention. Alright, so we're going to send our units to engage where they can. The Hyro Titan, we're going to beeline kind of for the back. Let's go ahead and throw down a Spirit Leech on his Lord. I'm going to try and protect Katep here. He probably doesn't need it, but we will throw down a damage buff here. And let's get a nice, juicy sandstorm. Check this out. You can see all the spooky ghosts in it. It's a very powerful spell. It doesn't last very long, but it does a ton of damage. Dang, I really wanted to keep those carrion alive so I could put them on the crossbows. I forgot he had harpies. How do I feel about the added units? Most of them are not that crazy, and I feel they do add quite a lot of value. Let's see if we can watch some attack animations here. He's got the stomps. And the laser beams. See if I can't get him to fire off a Shim's Burning Gaze. You'll notice my Realm of Souls meter is filling up here as I do damage. See if we can't get off another Shim's Burning Gaze. Phew! That did some great damage. Good hit, good hit. But you'll notice that Tomb Kings do not trade particularly well in close combat with most other factions until you get much higher level units. They are pretty tragic at fighting, to be quite honest. They're lower tier troops. Alright, so the Dark Elf meter is tripped. We're almost to the second Realm of Souls meter. I do like the added units to the Tomb King roster, though. They didn't really add that much. Like, they kind of added another tier of, if I remember right, they added another tier of, horsemen, and they added another tier of, warriors, which I honestly did not think was out of place at all. Alright, that did some pretty good damage. So if we can't get off another Shim's Burning Gaze into this doofus. I've almost got enough to reach the third tier, which not only gives you another healing buff, but it also gives you a free Shopti summon, which is pretty crucial. We're just gonna have this guy go down fighting. He's not super important. When he reaches below 50% health, you get access to the Curse of Kassar, which does minus 60 armor to everyone in its effect radius for 25 seconds, which is really nice. He is unfortunately dead, though. Huh. Surprised I don't have access to my Ushapti yet. Hopefully we don't lose this first battle. I don't think we will, because the Hierotine's pretty fucking tough, but... could really use another... Huh, that's really bizarre that my entire army isn't enough to get the stupid Ushapti summon. Well, one fight at a time. Thankfully, the units we lost are all very, very easy to replace. They're all extremely low tier. I'd like to get off one more nice sandstorm on these Dread Spears. Oh, I interrupted myself. That was stupid. Alright, I need to kill their Lord. It's the only way I'm going to win this. Get stomped! I'm just going to hide behind the big guy. Alright, he's broken, and that'll knock the balance of power in our favor. Victory! And we've only slightly got the shit completely kicked out of us. There we go. So you'll notice that kills-wise, these guys did pretty pitiful, exchanging with the Dark Elves. Not... kind of a nasty matchup there. Home Slicer, have a good night, man. It was pretty scrappy, yes it was. It's okay though, we're gonna pull back and regenerate and get a ton more troops. Because if there's one thing Tomb Kings can pump out, it's troops. Alright, we're gonna harvest their organs to get some more canopic jars. Because canopic jars are all that matter on this earth. Alright, so he doesn't really have enough to threaten us again, I don't think. That being said, okay, I don't think he has an army that's close enough to march on to us. So we're just going to go ahead and remain here and recruit some more troops. And I should be able to get a new Lich Priest. And look at that, the Lich Priests are free! Isn't that awesome? Can't get a Shadow one yet because you need a Book of Nagash to do that. We already have the Lord of Nehekara, so I'm not too worried about that. So let's actually pick up a Death one who could have a useful skill to us. So let's get a Channeler, because he'll be able to get... he has a minus 25% chance to generate goodies. So we got a hero, and we're going to give him replenished troops. And then let's go ahead... let's actually go ahead and do Spirit Leech and Life Leeching on this guy, so he can Spirit Leech for us and generate more Winds of Magic when he does. And then research-wise... so the way research works for the Tomb Kings is you have 6 dynasties. You basically pick the dynasty that you're most interested in, either for the unique legendary lord sort of kind of guy that comes with it, or to get the proclamation, which costs a lot of money, but it comes with a campaign or like an empire-wide buff. If you have enough jars, you can also buy these unique heralds that have really powerful buffs and add special abilities to many of your troops. And then once you get all of the dynasties and all of the heralds, you can get the heralds empowered, which does some really nice stuff. For us, because we're going to have a lot of basic troops, we're going to go ahead and pick up the Wisdom of the First Dynasty. Alright, and hopefully he doesn't march an army out to fight us. Katap's campaign has a rough start, but it's not too bad once you get rolling. And we're going to change all of this, because unfortunately it still doesn't save the settings for these, which would be super nice, but woe is me, I guess. There we go. So that'll make everyone move faster. And so the point of this campaign is to hunt down 5 of the 9 books of Nagash. He wants to fight... considering my options. I honestly think we can win this. I'm going to put this guy down. Because if I think all I need is a Spirit Leech on their Lord to kill him. And a single Shim's Burning Gaze should chase off the Harpies. What if Mazdamundi declares war on us? I wouldn't worry about it. Why can the giants shoot lasers? Because they're magical fulcrums, essentially. And they're also, like, basically titans that were designed to not only channel the winds of magic effectively, but just some other shenanigans. They're pretty well designed for it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast a couple of freebie spells while the Dark Elves are running over here. Oh wait, I don't even have my lore attribute next. Yet. Well, that's annoying. Alright, so he's going to take a minute to get over here, which is fine. I was hoping to do some healing, but I don't have the lore attribute unlocked yet. I do have Sandstorm, though, which is going to be rather important. Alright, so we need to go in swinging with a Spirit Leech on Bel Ninye here. And I need to make sure that Katep is not on the receiving end of the first volley from these Dark Shards. So we're going to hold down space so I can see how far their range is. We're going to let him get ahead of us a little here. Actually, you know what? This has much higher range, so let's go ahead and shoot the Harpies. And then I'm going to go after him. That was a pretty decent volley. We killed about 3 of them. Alright, they've stopped to shoot, so we're going to go ahead and throw down a Sandstorm. Just need him to get in range. Alright, so that hero's going to be dead any second. Let's chase off these Harpies. Okay, and then we're going to send the Hyro Titan after those guys. Along with Katep. In fact, you can just go right in there. Actually, no, just chase them. I don't need them shooting me. Get him, Katep. All right, then as soon as this is off charge, shoot these Harpies and hopefully not hit Katep and kill him. That would be bad. Come on, shoot. He's not shooting. Shoot, please. Oh my god. Fine, I'll do it the old-fashioned way. Don't know why I got the 2 false starts. Alright, if I can just break these stupid Dark Shards, we can retreat. Problem with these Dark Shards is they have exceptionally high leadership, considering they're getting smacked around by a giant. Oh, no you don't. You can actually shoot it this time? Does anybody else see this? He's not shooting or attacking. He just stands there. Alright. Well, I was not expecting the bug. That's annoying. Worry not. He can't shoot it in melee combat. Oh, I did not know that. It's fine. Minor setback. He should be able to shoot in melee combat. I'm not sure why that's a thing. We don't need quick saves where we're going. Recovering from a Tomb King death is actually exceptionally easy. Oh, give me a tough one. And I'm going to need a Nehekaran caster. I have that, and that. And then I want to pick up 3 of these. You join that. And then we wait about 2 turns, and we should be ready to take the fight back to them. Oh, gosh. Well, that's super annoying. You play tabletop, you can't shoot magic missiles in close combat. That's true. But there's also a lot of things that you're not able to do in tabletop that you can do in this. Alright, and then I want a healthy mix of that. Upgrade that. Yeah, we'll get another Titan quicker than you think. Alright, he's gonna scurry off. I'll take 2 warriors and that 3rd archer unit. And Kotep should be back next turn, and we'll kind of go from there. Early game is rigged against you. No, that's actually the first time that's happened. I've played the start of the Kotep campaign probably 4 or 5 times. But how many subscribers does one need in order to get early access? I have no idea. I don't think it's directly correspondent to how many subs you have. I think it's more correspondent to how active you are in the community. Alright, let's try this again, now that I have an actual army to defend myself with. Is Kotep back yet? No, he gets back next turn. Okay. Though I will say I forgot that Kotep does not start the campaign off with the lore attribute. I forget that because they gave him the Sandstorm ability, I guess. You'll notice most Lord level wizards or legendary lords start off with 2 spells. Choice of Servants. Okay, we have plenty of Lich Priests. Do I want a Tomb Prince or a Necrotect? I'm kind of thinking it'd be better to get a Tomb Prince so I have a bodyguard. What do y'all think, chat? Tomb Prince. Tomb Prince. I've seen a lot of Tomb Princes. Yeah, I mean, the Necrotect isn't hard to get, though. Like, none of these guys are. It's just nice to get one of these things early. Alright, looking like the Tomb Prince. Alright, so we're going to tell him to come join the party. And put that nice training to use. And then we're going to get rid of that. Kick this guy, bring back the Grand Hierophant. And get the Highborn of Khemri. Now I'm going to get a little closer here. Now you'll notice that my army was able to grow exponentially fast. That's the advantage of Tomb Kings, is that even if you get your army... Even if something bad happens and you lose an army, you can build a new one stupidly quick because they're free. Who would win in a heads-up between Vlad and Cetra? Definitely Cetra. Cetra would whip Vlad. That's not even close. Cetra's more on par with much more powerful individuals. Alright, so we're going to go after Titan Peak. And we're going to get some sweet revenge. How long will the stream go? Probably for another 2 hours? I'll be streaming much longer tomorrow, but I have to do some stuff tonight at a certain point. I mean, Janet, yeah, fighting them is frustrating because they can recruit a lot of armies. But if you're not playing Tomb Kings and you're fighting Tomb Kings, it's not as bad because their armies are terrible. Like, these basic troops are... I struggle to even classify them as fodder. They are so bad. Alright, so let's do... maybe not quite like that. Let's do it more like this. And then we will do archers. Turn off that. And I'll put these two guys back here. And we will have the sorcerer legion here. And nice thing about the Tomb Princes, they have this as multiplayer, in multiplayer as well, as they have the guardian ability. So all heroes and lords within that bubble get 22% physical resist, which is super nice. Alright, let's go kill some AI and get revenge. Yeah, you can turn Tomb Kings into slave when you beat them, I imagine. You can do it to vampire counts. I don't see why you couldn't do it to Tomb Kings. Alright, I hope I can get a nice, fat, juicy tornado. We are going to dedicate 2 archer units to just get these harpies out of my life. And I'm going to throw down a nice, big, fat tornado somewhere right there. And whee! Well, that was a free 31 kills. Alright, the harpies are out of our lives. That's grand. Let's go ahead and have our archers exchange fire with the dark shards. The Tomb Prince is going to go duel the Lord, who I'm going to pop Spirit Leech on. And I'm going to throw down buffs on them. And we're going to throw down defense on them. All the buffs! Alright, this Dark Elf army is going to shatter pretty much instantly. And the Tomb Prince is doing his job fairly well. The Tomb Prince is an anti-large character. You can see him right here. He's got a halberd and shield combo, which is nice. Because they've got silver shields in anti-large, which is really powerful combination. And if y'all have any questions about how anything works or like new changes to the game, just ask away, and I'll be happy to help. So to start off this campaign, if you're playing on hard or higher, my recommendation would be to retreat to your capital, get a 20 stack, then go after the Dark Elves. That would be my updated recommendation, so you don't lose your higher Titan turn 2. Ugh, that was embarrassing. Alright, but we will conquer this, which is grand. Alright, so now we need... by the way, this is Katep's skill tree. He has the exact same skill tree from here down as everyone else. These are his unique skills. He also does have the Casket of Souls as a unique mount at level 19. And he does have a couple of unique abilities. He has Arcane Knowledge, which gives him magic resistance and hurts enemy magic. Mortuary Cult Scholar, which gives him Canopic Jars per turn, unlocks more Lich Priests. Witness to a Golden Age, which gives him research rate, which is really important for Tomb Kings, and construction cost reduction. And then he also has Soul Binding, which gives him physical resist and unit experience to pretty much all the infantry units in his army, which is super good. Other than that, each of the Tomb King lords can take a god, but all of the legendary lords have a god pre-selected for them. For Katep there, it is Geheb, god of the earth, who is mostly focused on Ushabti. He then has Reanimator, which he unlocks his unique tree here at level 10, as well as his god tree. This gives him increased aura size and better leadership for infantry. He gets a smaller cooldown on Sandstorm and additional use. This buffs the leadership and melee attack for all mounted options in his army. Tomb Predictor gives him higher replenishment capacity for Tomb Guard and upgrades how many he gets. Lich Lord gives him even more Lich Priests. And the Grand Hierophant gives him a bunch of Winds of Magic. Oh, whoops. So we are going to, of course, focus on his lore first and foremost. Alright, and we want to pick up... let's get another Spearman. And that puts us at a 20 stack, which is fine. Public Order, that's okay. That's an okay starting point. So now our goal is we're gonna run north as fast as we can to capture Tyrant Peak. Is gonna be our next goal. So research is going well in the First Dynasty. We have unlocked something. We've unlocked the Flock of Joff because we have enough Canopic Jars and enough gold. So let's go ahead and buy them. So we've awakened our first Legion of Legend, which is basically a Regiment of Renown. So we're not going to get Spearmen. Actually, we're going to get the Flock of Joff. And since we have a 20 stack, we will unlock a right next turn. Is there any legendary lord that is a necrotect? Yes, there is a legendary hero who could be upgraded to a legendary lord, who's Ramhotep the Visionary. He is the legendary character for necrotects, but I would be surprised if he ended up being playable. Okay, so we've unlocked the Rite of Tahoth, which is, in my opinion, the most important one because it's what gives you access to the Casket of Souls, and it also makes it, it's very expensive, but it also makes it that you get increased Lord Recruit rank and unit experience. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and haul butt to Tyrant Peak. And I leveled up again. That's nice. So let's get protection and smiting. And then this dude leveled up. We'll probably end up putting this guy into a general's army at some point. Once I have another general. But we'll kind of play it by ear for now. Can a goblin become a necromancer? Not through traditional means. A goblin can get access to a magic item that gives him necromantic abilities, and there have been other ways that creatures have acquired the art of necromancy, but not through study, no. Through accident, yes. That has happened before. For instance, there has also been aim for the head. New targeting techniques have introduced your armies. Okay, so we get bonus missile damage, which is pretty awesome for Tomb Kings. Okay, and our prince leveled up, so let's put a point into training, which is pretty important for Tomb Kings. Looks like we're racing Morothy to Tyrant Peak, though she thinks I'm going to let her have it. She's in for a nasty surprise. Yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade Tyrant's Peak. Or actually, no, let's not, because I can get a thing to help out with that. To unlock the other rights, we need to own 3 settlements. Build the Nehekar Citadel building, which is a tier 4 building, and there's your Tomb Swarms, everybody. I don't know if y'all have seen that, but Tomb Swarms are in the game. They're an army ability, and it's very powerful. And then to get Fa's Necrotect, we need to actually get a Necrotect hero, but we'll do that pretty soon. Do goblins study? Not for fun. And most don't. Some do. Skarsnik studies. Skarsnik's capable of reading, which is very rare for a green skin. Sign a non-aggression pact with the Dracula Coven. Master of you, as you have often propagated, violence, while a useful tool, is just one of many found in a Mason's belt. Another is diplomacy and manipulation. Use such a tool now by offering these Dark Ones a non-aggression pact. So we'll get a reward for getting these guys to behave. And all of the game 2 factions do have unique dialogue now when talking to the Tomb Kings.
Yes.
Which is nice. Alright, hooray. Alright, so Morothy thinks she's going to take this, and she is wrong, because I'm going to beat her to it. Haha, what now? Get out of my lands, lady. And we're going to get the Worshipped of Focht, which is going to give us minus construction cost tax increase. You've also got the Worship of Joff, which increases unit experience and casualty replenishment. Worship of Kasar gives you melee defense and ambush chance. Worship of Asaf gives public order and untainted. And Worship of Petra gives you campaign range movement and growth. But we're going to go with fucked so that I can do cheap upgrades. And we have unlocked the Great Incantation of Kasar, which causes massive sandstorms, so we don't need that right now. And I hope you're all doing well today. I don't know, I'm sure this is the case for many of you, but I have actually just started going back to school, which is loads of fun. Okay, that's good. Issue a commandment, we already did that. And our lord has returned, but I can't recruit him yet because I have a cap on how many lords I can have, just like with armies. So let's upgrade Tyrant's Peak and let's upgrade Titan Peak. And since that's going, it looks like we're going to reach full health by next turn, which is awesome. So I don't need the Worship of Joff. We'll probably just leave it as it is for now. Let's actually... I saw that big beastman army, and I'm a little worried about that. So let's go ahead and pop the Worship of Kasar to get the melee defense increase in case we have to go to war next turn. But Morothy is leaving. Good riddance. We'll end up dealing with her later. Yes, that is true, Janet. For those of you who don't know, I might link to it at some point, but Janet, for some reason, released it today. But I was on a podcast with Janet on occasion and the Gabo King talking about how to play Lizardmen in multiplayer. And it was really fun. Unfortunately, it was released... we're not at war with... No, we are at war with these guys. Alright, it's party time. Let's fight some beastmen. Beastmen are aggressive as shit in this build. Thank God this particular Beastman army doesn't have Minotaurs and stuff. It's just got basic troops. But Beastmen are very aggressive now. Misha, I'm really hoping Kruber gets a Bretonnian form. Because they haven't revealed his alternate forms yet. I would really like to see him have a Bretonnian knight form, although it would make very little sense, but I still like to see it. Well, of course nobody told you, Janet. We weren't supposed to tell anybody. Can't go breaking the rules for you either, man. Alright, so we're going to do a pretty wide frontage. We're basically just going to do what we did again last time. So we're going to do that, and we're going to spread these guys out in a second rank. And then we'll have our spears defending our archers from any entrepreneuring warhounds. So this is the Flock of Joff. They are much larger than regular carrion. And they also have like little cinders of ash coming off them because they have flaming and magical damage, armor-piercing damage, surprisingly good stat line, though there's only 8 of them at max capacity, and they do have a drop bomb ability, which is death from above, which does pretty decent explosion damage. Alright, so we're going to put out our little wizard cabal here, and then our Tomb Prince, who keeps everybody safe, and we're just going to go get them. I ain't scared no beastmen. Smash that like button. Have I been reading the short stories for AOS? If you're talking about for the upcoming Malign Portents, yes, I have been reading all of the short stories. And I find them quite enjoyable. Let's see if we can get a good death from above on these warhounds. And drop. Yeah, it was decent. They dodged some of it. We got a couple kills. Nothing amazing. We're just going to fly them out. We do want to angle a little better. Let's actually move them to about here and then come to a halt. Ooh, come on. Positions. Positions. Alright, charge! Nope, nope. Charge that way! There you go. Sometimes you just got to do it yourself. We do want to keep these two spearmen defending my archers, and we want our archers to trade with their archers, because my archers are better. Not by a lot, but by a little. We're going to try and spread along the line here. Get the Tomb Prince on their lord. And summon a nice, fat sandstorm right here. And that got a ton of kills. Spirit Leech on Grook Stormhorn. Joff's Incantation of Blades gives some nice bonuses. Petra's Incantation of Righteous Smiting, as you can see, does a bunch of bonuses to shooting attacks. And every time I'm casting one of these spells, it's giving a pretty notable bonus to health. Whenever Tomb Kings cast a spell from the Lord of Nehekara, it does brief healing, which you can see listed here under the Restless Dead attribute. Does 7 seconds of healing, which is really nice. Neru's Incantation of Protection is probably one of my favorite spells because it just provides a nice 44% damage resist, which can be really powerful. And those direwolves are getting around behind me. They're not direwolves, Chaos Warhounds, so they're going to catch them, spearmen, so that's good. We did unlock our Ushabti summon, so we're going to put them over here. Katep is still waiting on another storm. The Tomb Prince is taking quite a bit of damage, so we're going to go ahead and pop Neru's Incantation on him. But, because he's below 50% health, he has the Curse of Joff, which gives minus 26 melee damage and causes Rampage if the enemy unit is vulnerable to it. So you'll notice now that some of these Tomb Kings or these Beastmen units are rampaging, which gives us the ability to take advantage of them, including the Lord, who's focusing Katep, which is painful, but we'll live. Katep has gone below 50%, so he is activating his Curse ability, which, as you can see, is doing quite a bit of damage to the Tomb Kings. Or the Beastmen. We're going to throw down a sandstorm over there. Hopefully not kill too many of our own guys. Okay, so these hounds are broken, which is great. We're going to use our archers to try and clean up this flank here. Bring over these warriors. We're going to have our spearmen kind of aggressively do some pursuing here. We have broken the Beastman Lord. I'm not sure where he is. There he is. So we are going to send our character bus to go attack him and pop a Spirit Leech on him as soon as it's available. This little combined posse should be enough to deal with this guy. That is a lot of characters coming in on him. Yeah, there we go. So we're going to go ahead and Spirit Leech him to bring him down, which should be enough to force the those nasty little beastmen to start breaking apart. We are going to send our character bus over here. I totally forgot about my carrion because I'm a dipshit, so we're going to send them over there to mop out those guys. And there is the Mass Shatter, and we have survived a very nasty Beastman rush that was clearly taking advantage of my army being weakened from taking a ruined settlement. But we got 201 kills with Katep. So you can see that he's pretty formidable with that Sandstorm spell. And he's not a slack in melee either. He's certainly not as powerful as like Morathi is in close combat. But the Sandstorm alone makes him pull his weight. It's okay, so take your R, dipshit. Aw. Let's see. So I can either bind them for some healing, which I don't really think I need. I can Endless March for money and campaign movement, which that I'm actually going to take, because that's something I do need. So this actually put us in a bit of an awkward position, and I did get the Glittering Scales, which is very nice, because the Dark Elves are about to attack Titan Peak, which is not prepared to be laid siege to. So we're actually going to cancel that. And thank gosh we have the Worship of Kassar now helping us out. I do think we need to finish off these Beastmen. If we don't do it now, we might not get the chance. So we are going to go after them. Of course, our units are much more healed, but he has a lot of units that escaped unscathed from that battle somehow. But we should be able to take them down. I like the short stories. I don't think they're anything super exciting. Obviously, they're jumping around a lot, and they're kind of telling a semi-cohesive story. But I, so far, have not been enjoying Malign Portents for Age of Sigmar because they're beating around the bush too much. Alright, so this is actually kind of a bad map to fight beastmen on. And okay, I was like, did I lose my sound? Nope, I accidentally... Also, you can hear it playing now, but the Tomb Kings have unique music, which is a really nice gesture, I think, for a new race. It makes them feel much more interesting and iconic to have unique music. Alright, we've got our little army of characters here. And we're just going to let the beastmen come to us, because they've got us pretty badly outnumbered, so I know he's going to come for us. Also, another thing you might not have noticed is that in the update, all of your abilities and spells start off cooldown. So, like, in the older builds, this obviously doesn't mean anything for the Tomb Kings, because they're coming out with this build, but I've messed around with some of the other races, and, like, especially in multiplayer, this is going to be a really big deal. You no longer start with stuff on cooldown, which is so nice. Alright, so we're gonna kind of need to character bust these guys to death. We are going to designate a spearman unit and an archer, some archers to help deal with these dire packs of chaos wolves. I do want these guys for the drop bombs. Hopefully we can get the jump on these little bastards. We are going to put a lot of shots into these spearmen and gore herds to try and take them out before they can make it to combat and be a really true threat. The character bus is going to beeline for their lord, and we are going to pop a spirit leech on him. And then I want to pop righteous smiting on this archer unit. And damage on this unit. And then protection on Katep. These guys are kind of hard to drop bombs with because the AI naturally pads out of the way, which is kind of annoying. But I can just do that and drop. And you'll see this does a ton of damage. That really smarts. Alright, so we're going to try and see if we can clear out that flank, because if they get around our flank, we're going to have problems. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and throw down a sandstorm where those two units are combined. And the characters' powers combined took down that Beast Lord pretty nastily. And he's actually probably going to die very soon. Yep, down goes the Beast Lord, which is awesome. So, we actually quite more reliably destroyed the enemy advance this round. And how much healing does this do? So, Katep right now is at 2221. If I cast a spell, he goes up to... So he gained... He gained about 60 health. So you gain about 60 health per spell. At least on a single character. It might be higher on a unit. Let's actually test it for a unit, shall we? So let's do... let's bring our archers over here. I'm gonna have our birds swoop down there. So let's cast protection on this unit. Looks like it's about the same. So looks like you heal about 60 health whenever you cast a spell from the lore of Nehekara, which is pretty good, honestly. It's not amazing by any lengths, but a lot of the lore of Nehekara spells, like Incantation of Blades, Protection, and Smiting, are all pretty cheap. So you can just kind of cast a lot. Okay, I've got 4 seconds until I got another sandstorm, so I'm just not going to worry about this little Oh, gosh. Let's put it right there. And we're going to throw down a damage buff on Neru. We did have a unit get wiped out, which is unfortunate. Our archers are starting to make their way into the fray, which is good. This is the hardest part, honestly, with Tomb Kings, is you can usually win the initial engagement, but once units start splitting up and running all over the place, it gets really hard to deal with that as Tomb Kings. Because Tomb Kings heavily rely on all their units being together. Because they have a lot of synchronization, which is good, but it's also bad. So, alright, so we are getting a lot of good shooting in. With Katep, we will go ahead and throw down another spell just for the bonus healing. Alright, there's the mass break. However, Restless Dead... Yeah, Restless Dead is really... Restless Dead is actually the only way to resurrect dead models with the Tomb Kings, I think. You can get access to other healing abilities. For instance, the Realm of Souls... Oh, wait, no, the Realm of Souls actually does resurrection as well. There are some other healing abilities you can get, such as from like the Necrotech hero. And Restless Dead actually only works on undead. It doesn't work on constructs. To my understanding, you cannot resurrect dead construct models. So like in a unit of Ushabti or Necroserpents, you can't bring back dead models using the Lord of Nehekara or the Realm of Souls or... the restore ability from the Necrotech. You can only, like, cap off their HP, I think. I'm not as certain about the Realm of Souls aspect. Alright, and we will take more money, because I need as much money as I can get, because Tomb Kings are very poor. Alright, but we did get some nice level ups and unlocked a couple of up to our heroes. We'll go ahead and pick up Incantation of Vengeance and Evasion, which is very helpful. For our Death Priest, let's grab Soulblight. For our Nehekaran Priest, we will grab a second Replenished Troops. And for the Prince, we will grab Indomitable Spirit. And we're going to just keep hunting these beastmen until they're dead. And we're just going to keep fighting them. We just have to keep beating them down. What are y'all talking about, chat? Y'all are arguing the storm up in there. What in the world is going on? How the Yankees do this week? Are the Yankees even playing this week? I'll look away from chat to focus on murdering beastmen, and I see arguments going on. What is happening? Who's arguing? The sports ball. I love sports ball. It's my favorite sport. Do lizardmen care about gold? Not really, no. Gold to them is a useful building material. Like, it's a useful material to them, but they don't give a shit if anybody takes it. They got better things to worry about. Lizardmen aren't. If you go to a Lizardman Temple City and you grab some gold and run off, they're not going to bother with you. They don't care. They got better things to do. Does the Blood God not like Tomb Kings because they don't bleed? That is correct, actually. The Blood God Khorne hates the undead in general. He's okay with certain kinds of vampires, but for the most part, he hates the undead. See if I can get a nice, juicy little drop here. Wasn't too bad. Alright, archers, just start mowing people down. We'll send the hero brigade this way. Ugh, Lord. I'll just have my birds hold them there for a moment. Get the carrion out of there. And I do have this nifty spell, which is very helpful for dealing with really annoying units like dogs. This big fist comes out, and it does pretty good damage, pretty decent damage, and it slows them immensely, which is the nice part. Take off! Take off! Get out of those spearmans. Alright, this will lower their armor by 50, which can be very useful. Alright, you jerks are back up in the air. Go after these guys. Alright, we'll send the prince after the archers. Kotep will chase down these guys. You two buddies team up on these guys. And we're going to have our archers focus down the remaining annoyances. I'm going to save up my magic. Go ahead and pop protection on myself so I can fight these guys. The archers are doing an excellent job just mowing people down. When you die, does your skull literally go to the skull throne? Not literally, no. It's more like a representation of your spirit in that sense. But where your soul actually ends up kind of depends on how you were killed and what Khorne values about you. If you're really unlucky, then I guess you could just kind of end up being like a footnote on the throne, but it's certainly nothing glamorous. Some of the skulls on the skull throne are literal, I should say, because they're actual prizes brought to Khorne, but most of them are not. I can get these guys to shatter with a nice sandstorm. Get off a little spell here for some healing. Alright, that should cause them to just die. Lord. Khorne actually does not mess with the undead that much. Tzeentch and Nurgle hate the undead more than Khorne does. Tzeentch hates the undead because they're stagnant and they never change, whereas Nurgle hates them because they are immune to the cycle of life. Oh good, that entire tribe is dead. They're immune to the cycle of life, and they don't give like birth to new life. They're just stagnant creatures of death. So all of the Chaos Gods have reasons to hate the undead, but Tzeentch and Nurgle have a special place in their heart for hating the undead. We get Power Drain. And then I am needed down south. We've dealt with the northern threat being the Stonehorn tribe, which was super annoying. But now it's time to head south and deal with other enemies of the more pointy-eared variety. I'm going to switch back to Fucked, because I'm going to need to buy some new buildings. Do undead have kinky sex? Some of them. It's more of a vampire thing than anything else. I'm not even going to bother with that one. There are vampires that still revel in the some aspects of life. Money, please. I probably should have read that off. I need to stop moving so fast. Here, I can actually look back at it, can't I? Where's it? World events? That should be there. Is it in regular events? Yeah. Events. Oh, there it is. So, Lost Tomb Hidden Knowledge. During the excavation of one of our lord's tombs, a disaster occurred. The more we dug, the more sand poured into the breach, trapping our unfortunate workers inside and resealing the chamber. Is the loss of a few wretched laborers sufficient enough to dig elsewhere, or should we preserve here and redouble our efforts? If you dig elsewhere, there are many other tombs to be explored here, whose rewards are just as fruitful and can be unearthed much more quickly, and that rewards you with money, which is what I took. Or there is secret knowledge to be found inside that chamber. We should continue our excavation to uncover it at once, which gives you canopic jars, which I'm actually doing pretty well on. So we're actually going to perform a rite. We're going to perform the Great Incantation of Tahoth, which is going to unlock a Casket of Souls. It's going to give +3 to a Lord rank, which, how long does it last? 5 turns, so that's perfect. And it also gives us +2 for new unit recruits, so this will be really good. Alright, so we get a free Casket of Souls, which you get from the Regiment of Renown thing. And you get 1 Casket of Souls for every time you perform the rite. And then he's going to come to us. So I'm just going to kind of sit here and I'm actually going to get rid of these. Actually, we'll do that later. I'm just going to recruit some new units. And the Tyrant Peak is finished upgrading. So we will go ahead and upgrade it again, and we will build a chariot building, the Bone Shaper building here, which will allow us to get the basic chariot. Why is there no Wind of Magic for water/ice? Water/ice just isn't one of the ways in which they naturally break up the winds of magic. The ice lore that's used by the Tsarinas, or the Ice Witches of Kislev, that is, like, the Ice Wind. It's not... It's probably more of a mix of the lore of life, but tweaked to the natural aspects of Kislev. But why water and ice aren't one of the basic lores, you know, I just kind of shrugged. It's just not one of the colors of lores that ended up being it. You could argue that water magic is a part of the lore of life, because the lore of life traditionally has a lot of spells that revolve around using water features or swamps or things like that. So if you're looking for water magic, it's almost always the lore of life. Though obviously you can command, like, hailstorms and rain through the lore of heavens if you really want to. Ice is probably a mix of the two, but ice is not a naturally occurring lore. It's something you have to manipulate. So this is the Casket of Souls. It's probably one of my favorite new units. It's got this really not thrilled looking Lich Priest, and atop a swirling maelstrom of bones, and there's just a bunch of random tomb beetles or scarabs flying around or crawling, and these are really fucking big bugs. I'm assuming they're the flesh-eating variant. Ice magic is actually of the Geomantic Web? I really doubt it. Geomantic Web puts out geomancy, and that's about it. And even then, the Geomantic Web is more like a source of magical power. It's not really like a wind. It doesn't work that way. Alright. And of course he started way the hell over there, so we're going to re-angle ourselves a tad. This thing has a fun movement. It literally just grinds towards its enemy. DJ Casket. Oh my god, I love that. It does look like a DJ, doesn't it? It's funny. Alright, what do we got coming over here? A Dreadlord and some Dread Spears. Okay. We'll send the Flock of Joff to do a mess. We're going to speed up time a little bit to get into position. He's going to get a little closer than I would like during that time frame, but oh well. We'll just get you right up here, and we're going to fire right there, and I'll show you guys the firing animation for this thing. So basically, the box opens and it sends out some really angry spirits that explode when they hit the ground. Because why not, right? I guess he's just gonna run straight into my spears. Oh no! Look at those! Look at those jukes! Those jukes that nobody cares about. All right, we're gonna send forward the hero platoon. The hero patrol is on the move. We're just going to throw lots of nasty spells down. If we combine Soul Blight, which reduces armor and weapon strength, with the incantation of desiccation, which is melee attack and melee defense, you can get some hilariously powerful Tomb Kings. Alright, and we're going to tell our archers to trade with their archers. We're going to focus the Casket of Souls over there. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. We're going to tell them to focus the Dreadlord. Okay, archers. Maybe focus one unit and try not to pelt our own guy in the back would be swell. Let's see if we can get good volley off on these running away units. Alright, Casket of Souls, we are going to tell to aim at the enemy Dread Spears that are coming down the way. We're going to bring back out these Spearmen against them. Oh, just die! Nobody likes you. Die, woman. Katep actually has some pretty cool fight animations. So does Archon the Black. He has a vomit ability. I don't know if he'll use it. I'll try and catch it for you guys at some point, but he does have an ability where he, like, unleashes a swarm of locusts out of his mouth, and it's super creepy. Alright, archers. Our job is to focus down the enemy archers as best we can. Casket is still firing. It's very inaccurate, but it's good against bunched infantry. You can think of it as being very similar to a Hell Rocket barrage thing. The upside being that it also does a ton more damage, and it has the Covenant of Power, which increases your winds of magic quite a bit. So we're going to put you guys in this formation, like that, and drop! Good drop. We're going to go chase those guys. And we're going to bring our full army to bear against this crowd. Alright, let's see if I can't get my troops out of here, actually. Well, hold them there. Yeah, boy. You may be noticing at this point that playing a Tomb King campaign can be a little stressful because most of the Tomb King characters are basically constantly under attack. And not in a good way. Let's see if I can't get my dude over there a little better. I think we're about to lose our Deathcaster, but that's fine. He's really expendable, honestly. Drop that right there for the buff. Let's shoot that enemy lord and get him dealt with. Should stagger them at some point. Hoping Katep's gonna do his interesting attack, but looks like he's not really interested. Alright, we gotta deal with this BS.
Breakthrough promise. Charge!
Y'all chase them off. See if I can time this right. About... oh, they broke. Okay. Right about there. See ya! Let's make the Tomb Prince a little better at fighting. And let them just mess up that Dreadlord. Victory! Now we're going to put a couple of volleys in her back to make sure she doesn't come back. Teclis is a pimp. Man, they are like nickel and diming that Dreadlord. They did not do well against them. That's unfortunate. Too much armor, I think. Misha, to my knowledge, none of the Tomb King Lords have matched animations, but I could be wrong about that. Alright, so we will once... this time, let's take Jars, because Endless March has some downsides to it, diplomacy-wise. I don't want to deal with. What do I think of the Tomb Kings so far? They're really fun and enjoyable. They are difficult. And some of their aspects can be very punishing. But multiplayer-wise, I love them. Single player, it just takes a while to get to the interesting units. And I'm playing Vortex campaign. Quest issued for the Lich Staff. Though exiled by Cetra, Grand Hierophant Kotep remains true to his duty as a Lich Lord of Kimri. Since then, he has scoured the land of the dead, seeking a method to restore Nehekara to its former glory, and thus return to his rightful place in the City of Kings. Now his tireless quest brings him to the New World. Perhaps some clue may lie sequestered in its ancient ruins. Alright, we lost a couple Lich Priests, but that's fine. They're free, and it's easy to make more of them. Let's actually bring up a Light and Death. Oh, we're about to unlock a new Tomb King, actually, so let's get a Nehekaran one who will join the new army. So this guy's actually going to join the new guy's army. The Light Priest is going to come join Kotep. Level 6. Okay, so let's get Earthing, and let's get the Skull Storm. So I now know all the spells, which is nice. And then for our hero, let's get Conqueror. And we're going to chase down these Dark Elves and whoop them out. Get them out of our realm. Get some more Canopic Jars for our troubles, and then we're going to go reclaim Titan Peak. Oh, okay, I'll change the casket's name. Occupy. Oh, I should have raised it, now that I think about it. Alright, the people's will be answered. There you go. DJ Casket's on the job. He's got them sick beats that bring the dead back. Beats so sick they rip open the doors to the realm of the dead. Okay, we're gonna need this, and then I need more troops. I need a lot more troops. All right, we'll wait for the this to kick in, which needs a turn, and then we'll start upgrading more. Thank you for the donation, Anthony. No, the casket is available in multiplayer and campaign. The only thing that's campaign only are the Legions of Legend, which are the 4 unique regiments you create from the mortuary. So these guys, the Flock of Joff, Usirian's Legion of the Underworld, the Storm Riders of Kassar, and the Venom Knights of Asaf, they are all campaign only. Everything else on the Tomb King roster you can take either way. Alright, so we are going to prepare to go to war with these assholes, because I've had enough of their crap. Ooh, chariots! Yes, please. Yes, please. And I am going to send my light priest down to join us. Alright, so we can go ahead and upgrade Titan Peak. Another donations from Clay Jones. Thank you, good sir. Dude, obviously this is DJ Kotept. Like, when Kotept gets on the Casket of Souls, or you take him on the Casket of Souls in multiplayer, you have to call him DJ Kotept. Alright, Janet, have a good night, man. Thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it. Alright, and next turn, our research finishes, and we'll be able to get our second Lord, finally. Anthony, thank you for yet another donation. I appreciate it. Also, thank you for your lore vids. You're welcome, man. I appreciate the kind words. I love doing them, even though they take a assload of time. Oh, Lord. Alright. Oh, we accomplished that. That's free 3,000 gold, which is awesome. Alright, and we're not just going to get any Lord. We're going to get Wakhoff of the First Dynasty, who is like a legendary Lord, almost. So we're going to pick up Wakhoff, even though he cost me 200 canopic jars. But he's worth it. Just so you can see what he does. So if he's fighting in desert terrain, which there's not a lot of here, he gets a buff. But he also has plus 16 charge to himself, plus 20% ambush for his army, plus 10% range for his army, and he has the stalk attribute, which makes him really interesting. And also kind of hilarious, because if you put him on a Cimmerian War Sphinx, he's still like invisible. Alright, so I need one more turn to heal, and then we're good to bring the pain. Alright, so this place is getting pretty close to rebelling against me, mostly due to provincial instability. We are going to activate the Worship of Asaf, which gives us +5 public order, and will help us fight corruption, because chaos is becoming a bit of a problem. As for what to do with these other building slots, I really want a mortuary house so we can grow faster. And then we can grab a brass works, which will give us the chariots with bows, which actually have the exact same stat line as regular skeleton chariots. So they are very, very much worth it. And we'll just ambush stance while we're waiting. And okay, and we can get our new lord. Oh wait, we're waiting till next turn for our new lord, aren't we? Yes, we are. Forgot about that. Oh, thank you, Anthony. I appreciate it. This is Lamashizah the Second. Is he? I don't remember if he's Neferata's dad or not. Oh wait, Lamashizah. Oh wait, yeah, you're right. Nope, it is the Lamashizah. No, you're right. It is Neferata's pappy, I think. Proclamation of the First Dynasty. That's really good. Trade income. That movement bonus is what I'm the most interested in, though. So I will definitely take that, which makes me poor as crap, but that's okay. It's worth it. Alright, so we are going to take Wakhoff of the First Dynasty. They say Wakhoff repelled the nomads and secured the borders. He is a peerless master of desert warfare. Alright. So we are going to give him Route Marcher. Then let's do Returned in... so these are skills all of the Tomb Kings have. Which Returned in Madness is a charge bonus and physical resistance. Ancient Tyrant is -4 to enemy public order and increases your sacking income. A Balmed Elixir is +4% health and +15% fire resistance, which you need because all Tomb Kings have 25% fire weakness, which can hurt. And then Ceremonial Bandages is the stereotypical 15% increase. Other really unique things they have. These are all pretty straightforward when you look at them. The super upgrades for Tomb Kings are Tomb Strike, which gives a very notable bonus to melee attack, weapon damage, and causes terror. And then Desert Strike, which is just a better version and replaces it. The only other one that I actually really like is Over My Dead Body, which I always take, which at the first point gives 8% speed, but at the second point gives 6% HP in addition, which I find hilarious. I really enjoy Over My Dead Body. So, because this guy's kind of a badass, I think we should treat him like one. So let's give him Indomitable Will, Returned in Madness, Ancient Tyrant, and then let's put 2 points in Conqueror. Yes, we will get Sun-Scorched Bones with him pretty soon. He sounds generally pretty angry. Now, we've only got this for one more turn, so we're just going to go ahead and recruit him all the troops he could need, but we'll replace them with worse troops when the time comes, or better troops, rather, when the time comes. Alright, so it looks like the Skaven are here making a mess, and it looks like Morathi has confederated, yep, with Steel Drotor, which is kind of annoying. Okay, so I need exotic animals for my next trick. I think it's time for us to go to war with Morathi, actually. There is a Book of Nagash up here, but this is a rogue army. This Book of Nagash is controlled by Morathi. So yeah, let's actually go to war with Morathi. That sounds like fun. Maybe we can be friends with these Skaven. Let's actually see what these Skaven do first, and then we'll act from there. So I'm just going to raid... Oh, wait. Am I about to be rebelled against? Oh, poop. I need to delay the rebellion, unfortunately. The rebellion. Until later. I'm trying to stabilize my stupid empire. We'll go after Morathi in a moment. She's not safe from us. Morathi thinks we're just a bunch of silly corpses, but boy, howdy is she in for a surprise. Let's see. Let's take First Dynasty plans. Speaking of which, there she is. So we do need to plan to go after her. She has a lot of nice resources we would like to have. Titan Peak has an opening. This is Titan Peak. I think I'd like to put a garrison in it. Okay, I'm not sure where the Skaven went. Okay, Titan Peak is stabilized. If I leave, I think it's... No, not quite stable yet. So we'll go right here, and we're going to ambush and just kind of see what happens. Alright, so we've got a bunch of Dark Elf armies coming at us who probably think we're friendly, but we're not. So we're just going to start killing people. Ooh, that public order buff would be really nice, because we are having problems. Let's go ahead and do Worship of Vogt. And this army is growing, so it's going to be helping control things. So it's time to attack the unsuspecting Dark Elves. Aha! Surprise! You're dead. Give me your sweet organ jars. Alright, so we've got Arcane Conduit. Let's grab Witness to a Golden Age. And then let's grab the upgrade for Neru's Incantation of Protection to make it cheaper. And then our Tomb Prince leveled up, which is awesome. So we can get another point Conqueror. And is Solofet's a capital? No, it's a minor settlement. So let's go ahead. And if I attack this, he might go for Titan Peak, which would be kind of annoying. That's fine, I'll just defend it. But let's go ahead and take this, because I want that unique resource. Oh good, they're nice and weak. So we will occupy it. This is mine! Alright, ooh, we can get our skeletal steed to help us hustle around a bit more. And then, I don't want that yet. Don't need that yet. Let's grab smiting. Once again, to make the spell cheaper, which is important. When Restless Dead, you want to be casting as many spells as you can, so it's important to get those fully upgraded spells so your spells are as cheap as possible. We'll take the extra replenished troops. And Solifetz is mine. Okay, fuck waiting. Let's go ahead and get that. That way I have a better chance to defend. Ooh, Morathi's coming to play. Big Hat herself is coming. Ah, dang it. Morathi, come back. I'm supposed to fight you. It's my destiny. Who were the first people to use high/dark magic? The high magic was first used by the Slann. And it was actually the only form of magic they knew for a while because the winds didn't split until later. Dark Elves were the first to use dark magic. Well, that's not true. I guess demons were the first to use dark magic. Pure dark magic, as the Dark Elves, like the Dark Elf lore called dark magic, that was invented by the Dark Elves. Ooh. Ritual Barrel. We have made a great discovery! During the course of our excavations, remains of the army that once solved Alcatazar the Conqueror, the last and maybe greatest of all the priest kings of Nehekhara, have been unearthed. It would take but a little magic to raise them to our service. Should we do so, or give them a ritual burial in the classic Nehekaran style? Ritual burial is long ago Alcatazar fought to defeat a great evil from our lands. We should honor the loyalty of his troops by observing the correct funeral rites, or use the remains, which is we can be certain that the Conqueror no longer requires his servants, at least not on this mortal plane. Let us use their desiccated bones in continuance of our quest for a worldly paradise. I'm gonna go with Ritual Burial, because I'm about to go to war and smack some people. Undertaker, just don't think about it. Just don't think about it. Alright, what else do I need to conquer? I need Grey Rock Point and Sealed Rotor. So, okay, we're gonna march on Sealed Rotor then. And I'm gonna actually march, because I'm not scared of Morathi. If she wants to come after me, then I welcome the challenge. I'm just gonna protect my lands as best I can until... Because once we conquer, like... These are easy. Once we conquer this region right here, these two provinces, we'll be able to establish a good relationship, probably with the Lizardmen, if not the Skaven, and then we'll be banging. Hey, Foul! I saw you just sent me a message. Okay, duly noted. All my mods are here. Hooray. Alright, first dynasty plans have been finished, which is awesome, because the armor and weapon strength for chariots and Nehekaran warriors. Next, let's grab... Don't need that yet. Let's get the Ossuary Dirge. Ossuary Dirge? Ossuary Dirge? I'm not sure what the pronunciation is on that. Alright, I am going to go take Grey Rock Point. No, I'm not. Chat, do you think we should try and set a trap for Morathi, or do you think we should just continue conquering? Because she's probably going to come after us once I come here. But it should be possible to catch her. Or we might ambush and she might not come this way at all, and that'll just be a waste of time. Misha says we should be cunning. Am I excited for Super Troopers 2? I'm cautiously optimistic. All right, looks like a trap. So we're gonna set a trap and see if she falls for the bait. Ah, she ran north. All right, so we're gonna go launch an assault against Sealed Rotor then, so that we can conquer this region once and for all. Lich priests should live only to serve their king's undying will. Betrayal should be an anathema to their order, yet one among their numbers betrayed us by conspiring with a rival Tomb King. How should we proceed? Bury him! 1,000 years confined to his tomb with maybe just a few scarabs and scorpions for company should teach his treacherous cleric the error of his ways. Or let him talk. Excuse me. Allow him his intrigue and scheming, for in the end everyone serves their undying liege one way or another. So this, in the final analysis, he is our servant. He will feel an overwhelming urge to obey. Helps enemy agents. This, let's see how he views the concept of loyalty 1,000 years hence. Yeah, definitely going to bury him, because that, I don't care about that punishment. Oh, it's good to hear, Fal. Alright, and the good news is we actually can attack it right off the bat, because this counts. DJ Casket has got the beats to knock those walls down. So I'm not even going to wait for siege equipment, we're just going to take it. Because I've got the magic to kill some peeps. Yeah, the lore of vampires, it's basically Nagash's lore, because all of it is derived from his work, though all of the spells have individual creators. Like, obviously, Van Hal's Dance Macabre was invented by the necromancer Van Hal. I believe Archon the Black has a spell that's in there. It's kind of a motley collection. But it's all derived from Nagash's work. What kind of music does DJ Casket play? Spoopy music. Not sure what the actual style would be. I mean, it has to be some sort of rave disco because he's... Look, he's already got the fog machine set up with, like, the colored lights. He's got to be up to something. Alright, we're just gonna fucking punch a hole in this gatehouse. We'll hold the chariots back until I need them. These are the basic Tomb King chariots. They come in units of 9, so there are an assload of them. And we're gonna put the fodder out in front to absorb missile fire, because I don't care about them. The Nehekaran warriors will put on the gates once they are a little low on ammunition. Our archers should be able to out-trade them due to longer range. Got our Carrion. We've got our nice little hero squad. Alright, begin! Gonna aim him for the walls. And we're literally just gonna, like, sacrifice these warriors. I don't even care about them. Their job is to go forward and get, like, eaten alive by enemy missile fire. Spears will kind of move up more halfway. And once that gate's open, we're going to go and whoop some butts. Shouldn't take too many more volleys.
Master of undeath.
Send up those warriors just to be distracting. Archers are almost in position. Alright, send them forward. And once they're in position, wait till it's got a firing icon. And we're going to throw down a nice juicy spell to increase their missile damage and armor piercing and all that beautiful jazz. Alright. And then this group is going to march towards this gate. They're doing a nice job shredding those dark shards. Good, good. Pop Arcane Conduit. We're just gonna let our warriors tank all the shootings. Like I said, I don't give a shit about them. Go wild, kiddos. Alright, Katep is on a horse, so he can get around a little quicker when he needs to. So I'm actually gonna ride him up here to do some shenanigans. How's this gate looking? It's getting there. I'm gonna get off a nice juicy sandstorm on this unit that's defending here, unless they run away. Don't stop running. Stop, stop, stop. See if we can't spread out our shooting a little bit. Where the hell are you clowns going? Whatever. Alright, the shooting is going extremely well. We're trading quite efficiently. These warriors are doing an excellent job of just blocking stuff up. We will throw down a little protection aura on them just to make them a little more resistant to damage and get some healing going. Send these two for the gate. There's nobody defending this wall, so I'm going to go ahead and have my spearmen start climbing it. Oof. Some of these walls are looking a little rough. Not that wall. Not that wall. Present shields. Move out. I'm gonna ride off this way. Since I'm pretty sure none of these bozos are coming off the wall. Throw a little defense on these dudes. Alright, bring the chariots in. This gate's going down on the next volley. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you coming to stop me? We'll make it a little harder for them. Alright, in we go. Bring the chariots in. Alright, well this is going easy peasy. Easy there! Focus all the archers on their archers. Yeah, have fun trying to get through that. Alright, we're gonna send the Hero Brigade and the chariots to deal with the enemy lord. Our warriors and spears will go deal with this nonsense. Alright, we're gonna fly right over here and drop! Beautiful! And y'all can just look for fleeing units like these bozos. And see ya! I'll let the rest of you bozos deal with this. Okay, archers are running out of ammunition, but they did extraordinarily well. I'll ride Katep down to this mess to help out. Hoping I can get a Skull Storm off. 12. Skull Storm is basically just a smaller version of Katep's spell. As you can see here. It's more like a Dust Devil as opposed to like a full-blown spooky tornado. Alright, that should be... Dark Conduit. Oh. Eh, not the best ability, I think, for this particular showdown. Some of the chariots out that way. Fall over, you booger. Alright, we've taken the hold. Hooray. With fairly minimal casualties as far as Tomb King nonsense goes. Sotek, god of snicks and radical hair. My hair is anything but radical. Explosive bird droppings. Yeah, pretty much.
Praise be to Bushira.
Praise be! Ooh, Forbidden Broad. That's really nice. Lots of magics.
Poor Lord Keeper. Desperate times.
I think we're actually going to focus on let's get Nedavam to talk. We're probably going to need that at some point. Alright, so Suthrator does have the ability to get more archers, which is swell. So that means we can cancel some of this guy's stuff and give him some archers instead. We'll give him 4. Diversify his army a tad. This guy has longer range, so it's better for him to have ranged troops. There we go. That gives him an army that's a little more interesting. Sotek is the king of trash talk. I would not say that. I'm pretty bad at trash talking, actually. Oh, looks like Morathi's finally coming down. Maybe she set aside her cowardly ways, and my game just minimized for some reason. There we go. I don't have a giant... Are you saying you don't have a giant mohawk painted red in the glory of Sotek? No, but I do have a full-size giant red lizardman sword that's like a perfect replica of what their swords would look like that I use to butcher people who violate the sanctity of the old ones. Let's get that, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. Alright, Morathi has marched into my range, and I've pretty much got a full army. Let's go get her, cowboys. What she got? All sorts of nastiness. I'm not afraid! She only has a 19 stack. We got this! Charge! Alright. Alright, are y'all ready for the first real battle of the campaign? Well, remember when you made that girl cry? I honestly have no idea what you're talking about. Alright, so Morathi does have a Hydra, which is going to be rough, and the Reaper Bolt Throwers are also rough, and the Harpies are rough. But everything else seems... She's only level 2, though, so that's nice. And she did march, so she will be tired. She does have Dark Conduit, which is annoying, but... I'm not gullible, Clay, I'm just forgetful. There's a difference. I'm honestly not too worried about the Hydra. I think we can just focus it down with our archers and we'll kill it pretty quick. The massive amounts of other junk, on the other hand. But this is our first true rival in this part of the world. Morathi the Hag Queen. Hag Sorceress. What have you. She is here for our blood. What's the range on this? 440, and hers is 350. Alright, so we have the range advantage. That's nice, at least. So we're going to have a front line of trash that's designed to absorb damage. And then our Nehekaran warriors, we will stagger with spearmen on the second level. And then we'll have our archers protected by further spearmen. Chariots cannot hide, so we're going to put them off to the sides. Because the chariots can actually defeat almost any unit that she has. The Dread Spears, if they catch them, will be able to beat them, but chariots are able to push through pretty well. Alright, we're going to put him right there. And then our hero squad, we're going to need to take down Morathi. Alright, and I'm actually going to split up the groups a bit better. So we got the hero squad, the meat shields, second level flank guard, archers. There we go. Alright. Let them come! Alright, so he is coming into range. And our goal is just going to be to do as much damage. Wouldn't have been my first choice, but to do as much damage to these collection. If we can get some really nice fire on this Dark Shard collection, we might. That'll help a lot. Alright, we are going to send the carrion around back, because they're going to be how we're going to deal with these Reaper Bolt Throwers. That was a really bad volley if I saw what I saw correctly. Alright, and we're going to swing out our chariots quite a bit wide. And we're just going to let the skeleton warriors eat a lot of damage. What are you even aiming at? Come on, man. Get it together. Alright, good job. Warriors are just eating fire, doing their job. Okay, so I'm going to run Kotep forward and do some early game trading. Just throw down some tornadoes. Ooh. Ow! Fire breath hurts! Another good one. Hopefully. I'll at least go into the archers, so that's nice. Alright, we're gonna bring these guys down. I'm gonna fall back to the next line. Sure enough, he is taking the bait and doing a lot of damage to these warriors. Archers! Focus the harpies, actually, first. I want them dealt with. Throw this down to slow them down. Alright. Forward! Kotep, we need a good buff on these archers. Tomb Prince, do your job. Alright, that's one bolt thrower offline. Let's make sure it shatters and then we'll go off to the next one. Alright, it's time to bring in the chariots. We're going to send one chariot to deal with this guy, and we're going to send the other chariot down and around this way. Okay, the harpies are shattered. That's excellent news. Archers, return to your post! Guard stance. All archers, shoot the War Hydra. Spearmen. Alright, we got a really nice charge on these Dread Spears. It's time to push through. Ride! Ride, damn you! Ugh. More tornadoes, damn you! More tornadoes! Okay, I'm gonna ride in against Morothy here. Come here, woman! Her army's collapsing! Keep up the pressure! Bring that beast down! Bring it down! Bring it down! Yeah! Get over here. Chariots! Into them! Summon the Ushabti! Good work, chariots. I don't think he's attacking her. I think he's just spooking her off. Yeah! Good hit. Archers! Change course of fire! Victory! Shafty, get into them. Victory! Victory! Have the chariots chase down those dark shards. And people were worried. Psh. Fucking hate the AI auto dodges. Yeah, nice volley. Not many of them got up from that. Alright, and I'm actually just going to cast a bunch of random spells to get some healing. The battle is over, friends. The battle is over. And it was actually kind of a massacre. Morothy did not stand much of a chance. Just cast some ice spells, get some healing. Just keep telling the chariots to ride units down. The chariots are super good in the post-game. They are excellent at riding down units, obviously. They will just keep on plowing through them until nobody else gets up. Okay. Yeah, you can go ahead and finish them off. Polish them off, as I think the Brits say. I'm not sure. No, this is hard. Oh, my game froze. Come on, wake up. I tried to click on a spell when it was ending. Alright, there we go. Pretty good overall. Chariot's got a ton of kills, mostly through running people down. The DJ Casket did really well. Kotep did pretty good with the storms, and the Warriors traded well in good matchups. Alright, Fal, I'll see you later tonight. Have a good one. No, the chariot number for all races has not been increased. It's just the Tomb Kings.
Prepare the canopy jars. Let the living live.
Let's do Endless March. And because Morothy was marching, she dies automatically, and I got Hag Butcher. Her dark magic, demonic pacts, and evil ways have counted for naught in the face of superior arms. Minus 10% for all heroes, and minus 10% of plus 10% of me wounding heroes that try to hurt me. And we've unlocked our first regiment of renown, King Nekesh's Scorpion Legion. Elite amongst their skeletal peers, these spear-armed warriors are as bloodthirsty as their infamous royal patron. And I've got a space open for them. I don't need 5 units of spearmen, though, so I'm going to absorb that unit. And we'll take a look at them in our next battle. Victory! And we're level 10, so we can get Geheb, God of the Earth, and Reanimate. We can also recruit some more warriors. Warriors make excellent fodder units. BT dubs. If you haven't figured that out already, I suppose. Alright. Alright, so the Dark Elves are on the run now. We've got them in a pretty good spot. Now we've just got to deal with this last little army of Nilosi here. And we will be free to claim Grey Rock Point and then march towards the ancient city of Quintex. Screw off, assassin. I'm guessing this is her last remaining army. I don't think I'm going to have Kotep deal with it. I think I'm going to bring down Walkoff to get it. The skeletons need their spaghetti sauce. By the way, if anyone would like me to look at anything in particular or anything interesting from like custom battles or anything, just request it and I will gladly make the time to do so. Alright, we're actually not going to worry about her because I really want to claim Grey Rock Point, so we're just going to march this way as fast as we can. You are done recruiting, so we're going to send Walkoff down to deal with these little boogers. And let's actually activate the Worship of Petra for the plus 10% movement. Alright, his Lich Priest leveled up, which is awesome. Let's go ahead and grab Replenish Troops, because he's going to need it. And we've unlocked... we got the Ossuary Dirge, now we can get Runic Inscriptions to make our Nehekarn warriors even better. Is the Warhammer world like... Is the Warhammer world like our world? The Warhammer world is like our world. Is it flat? No. 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 It's floating out in space. Generic, I take no pride in the way I pronounce things. I'm lazy and I'm just a bad person. Do a lore custom battle of Lizardmen getting the early world ready for the old ones. That would actually be kind of a challenge. The only race that was really around that's playable that they were dealing with were the Greenskins. Granted, the Greenskins of that time were quite a bit different. Alright. We're probably going to lose this, but we will fight. The goal here will be to put a bunch of damage into the Dreadlord before she makes it to our line and counter the Dark Riders with a Spearman unit. Alright, we're braced. Brace! Good. Push back. Oh, she's on a horse. That actually... We actually stand an okay chance here. Archers, focus those fleeing Dark Riders. Ah! Dark Conduit hurts! Oh my god, that instantly destroyed that unit. Oh my gosh. That hurts so bad. Let's pull back this archer unit. Oh my god. That was brutal. Well played, AI. Well played. Fuck. Fuck off. Shoot her in the back. Shoot her in the back. Yeah, how do you like that? Okay, now shoot her in the back. Let's turn this off. Whatever, just shoot them in the back. Okay, she's distracted. Now shoot her. We're getting some nice volleys. Oh my god, would you just run, go away? Flee. We need to hurry up and turn this battle. Alright, we've reached the second threshold. Leave us alone, lady! Oh boy. Ah, perfect timing. Here, no, chase them off. Shoot! Oh my god. Spread out! I'm gonna die here if I'm gonna take these jerks with me. Well, good, we can shoot around her at least. Archers, fall back! Shank that guy! Shank him! That guy right there! Oh no. Another dark conduit? Ugh, gosh. My guys do okay until that stupid dark conduit crap goes off, and then they just die in droves. Where did Van Hal live? Van Hal was in Sylvania. He went crazy. Most of the time I say it right. There was one time I said it wrong, and people will just not let me live it down. Alright, we did get our free Shabti summon, which is nice. Let's see if we can mess up this Dreadlord. Get her, boys! See if I can't get you guys on the correct side here. Alright, start shooting. Push past her. I want to lock her in. Okay, now surround her. Chop her up! Chop her up! These guys have such cool animations. Because they like spring into motion. I just need to pull all these spearmen off. Run away! She's getting the crap kicked out of her. Ah! No, she's escaping. Oh, fuck it. No, they're braced. That's no fun. These ones aren't. Ah, and they dark conduited me, so all my guys just dropped dead instantly. Boo! Boo on you, Dark Elves. I'll have my vengeance. My poor Shabti. No, there is a Necrotech special character named Ramhotep. That's the closest, though. Oh, thank you, Liedric. I appreciate it. More is coming soon, I promise. You raised it? Oh, you bitch. You callous bitch. It's gonna cost me money to fix that. Ugh. Go deal with this.
Destroy all. Advance.
You cowardly pain in my ass.
Legions march.
Block the way out.
King moves.
She wants out.
Onward, soldiers.
She needs to either go in the ocean or go through us. Actually, I think I can pin her in.
Moving. to greatness. The king moves. Strive to greatness.
That's gonna be as close as we're gonna get. For great point! Charge! Yeah, attack. Thank you. Kill them all. And take it for the glory of me.
Bloody vengeance!
Trickster shirt? Eh, not my favorite. Yeah, Executioner, nice. Alright, level 11. I have not unlocked Tomb Guard yet, so I'm not as worried about that one. I will take the Sandstorm buff. And then I will take... I guess I'll take Lich Lord. I'll take Embalmed in Elixir for you. For you, I will take Net of Magnetok 2.0. Grey Rock Point, get rid of that. I need you to build Marble. Glorious Marble. Alright. Alright. Yes, Sotek did get early access. Hello, Nathan Fee. How you doing, man? Sotek's part of the cool club now. Somehow. Somebody at CA screwed up and sent me early access. And I'm very thankful for it. I was hoping to get in some more multiplayer battles today, but... men whose flesh still crowds their bones, with hearts that continue to beat, have been found wandering the land. Throwing themselves upon our mercy, they beg for their lives and the freedom to return to their faraway homes. What should we do? Leave them to wander? We have slaves aplenty and no need of living mouths which must be fed lest they cease to breathe. Let them wander but offer no help, they will most likely perish in the unforgiving sands. Or their lot is to serve. Any found wandering our lands are the property of the Tomb Kings. Really is a simple matter. They are in our land, so they belong to us. Put them to digging and don't spare the lash. So this gives us public order penalties, but bonus to diplomacy, and this gives us growth, but negative to diplomacy. Yeah, I'm not going to take that public order. So servants. Oh, look what dummy got stuck here. If only you had not raised my settlement, dumbass. See, do I have to... Okay, I don't think I have to search a ruined settlement with Katep. I think I can do it with any lord. So hopefully I can do it with good old walk off here. Walk off. Alright, so let's take 2 points in... Let's do Passage to the Soul Realm and Sunscorched Bones. Because it gives armor... This is actually the only way to upgrade Skeleton Warriors and Spearmen. None of the research tech tree upgrades actually affect them. So, Sunscorched Bones is the only way to make them, like, not garbage.
The realm of souls.
And then let's treasure hunt. Let's see. Amongst this ruined city's winding, dismal streets, you find a barracks, deserted of course. Inside there's an arsenal full of ancient arms and armor that, with a bit of spit of polish, not your own naturally, may yet prove useful. Alright, I've tried using the sell weapon to allies, and I usually get a negative result. So, what do you think, chat? Should we take the weapons, leave the barracks, ignore them, or sell them? Knowing that selling usually gets a negative result. Oh, thank you, Lord Wench. I'm glad somebody thinks I'm cool. Alright, I see. Take the weapons.
The day of awakening comes.
Shut up. Content, nobody cares. Seeing more takes. Yes, I do have 2 points per level on Clay Jones. Take. Okay, and this did help with that. Alright, next for Grand Hierophant Katep. Deep beneath the ruins, Katep finds himself in a maze of bone-strewn catacombs. At its focus stands a door bearing a weeping eye sigil. Behind it lies a hidden library, the final resting place of some Drukai sorcerer. To the Hierophant's shock, the shelves around his bones are stacked with mortuary cult tomes. Have the Dark Elves truly been dabbling in arts of resurrection? This demands further inquiry. Katep must know more. An ancient map on the crumbling desk marks the location of a city and a sister library. Oh, sweet! We got the abandoned barracks. There's some really fine pieces here. After taking a few that take your fancy, your warriors take their pick of the remainder. Please, they pledge to fight with renewed fervor. Plus 10 melee, plus 10 attack, melee attack for all armies for 3 turns. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. It's kind of a brief buff. Okay, so I need to march if I'm going to take advantage of this and go after Iron Spike. Alright, Grey Rock, we want marble! And you can't colonize it until next turn, that's fine. This place is going to rebel, but whatever, Kotep's right there, he'll deal with it. Up north, we can change this back to this. And I think we're good. Do the Tomb Kings enjoy being Walking Dead? No, not really. Most of the Tomb Kings are actually pretty pissed that they're undead. They are not the happiest of campers. Alright, Lord Winch, have a good night. Stupid Dark Elf rebels. Alright, we can start on... let's actually shell out for a Necrotect. Actually, I guess I could just research something that lets me get cheap Necrotects, couldn't I? No, because I want the Wisdom of the 4th Dynasty next, so let's go ahead and purchase a Necrotect. I'll just crush this rebellion. The rebellion. You rebellion. He's now dead. Rip. Alright, but I will take the plus 20 campaign movement bonus that I'll get next turn. And we're going to ride... Where does this... Okay, that's where this begins. But Sulfuritz is in ruins, but I'm going to colonize it. Start rebuilding next turn. Once I have that. So we're going to ride north. Do Tomb Kings bite? Presumably, yes. Alright, let's see. I can get the Grand Hierophant, which is super powerful. And then let's get Steed Reanimation. And then let's upgrade Scarpel's Lair. And that'll be good. Let's actually march to get to here so I can get into Iron Spike quicker. Hopefully I can attack it from here. Rebel scum. How do the Tomb Kings interact with the Lizard of the Southlands? Yeah, no peace, Morthy. You're going down. You're going down hard. The Tomb Kings, they generally don't like the Lizardmen very much, and the feeling's pretty mutual. The Nehakarans, when they were alive, used to kind of have an alliance with the Lizardmen, because we do know that the Lizardmen helped them against Nagash. But being undead, they are not a part of the Great Plan, and Lizardmen do not like them, like at all. Alright, we did unlock a Necrotect, which is awesome. Let's see. Change that. And we're actually going to have to call it here in just a minute. I think I can do the Siege of Iron Spike, and then we've got to call it a day. Ooh, gosh, the chaos corruption here is really high. Oh, look, it's Morthy again. Okay, we did complete that. So now we got, Kotep enters the Great Library and scours it for further clues. Among the array of magical texts, bestiaries, and codices, one tome stands out for its more recent binding. Kotep's is staggered to find within its pages a new liturgy, capable of binding a soul to a living host. There is some risk to both participants, of course, but could this be the answer? A way to renew Cetra and others besides to true life? Surely this would restore Kotep's honor and station. Divining an appropriate site for the liturgy will require a powerful expenditure of energy. A Nehekar rite should suffice. Perform the Rite of Kasar, which is this one, which is not too expensive, which is good. Alright, so we will fight the Battle of Iron Spike. Begin our research on the 4th Dynasty. And then I'm going to send this guy actually out real quick to grab this. See if that gives me enough money for the ritual. Let's do fell cargo. It does! So I can go ahead and perform this ritual to move the quest on to the next stage. And you'll get to see something pretty cool. So when you activate this ritual, look at this. It activates sandstorms over all of the regions that you own. So everything you own is now covered in these big billowing sandstorms that do pretty extreme attrition damage. And it looks really awesome. And we've unlocked the battle for the Lich Staff. The rite performed, the pits of Zardoc are indicated as a suitable site for the liturgy. Kotep orders a living human specimen captured and caged that he might practice the liturgy without risk to mighty Cetra. The time has come to test its value. This would unlock the Lich Staff and give us experience, and our enemy is the beastmen. But we will play that next time. Let's go ahead and knock out this battle for Iron Spike. Do I think bacon and mac and cheese is an abomination? Yes. I do. Oh, and it's a choke point battle with Morthy defending, so this should be interesting. So this will be the last thing we do today. We're going to beat Morthy, hopefully, take the settlement, and then I gotta go. Because I gotta go do stuff. But I will be back tomorrow. What do you think we'll see Neferata added to the game? Excuse me. Honestly, I'm not expecting Neferata. I'm just not. It'd be nice to see her, but I haven't seen any indication of them furthering content for Game 1 yet. Which I really hope I'm wrong about. Don't get me wrong. But I just haven't seen anything to suggest that as being a possibility yet. Let's just put our army in the middle. That way I can counter whatever she decides to do. I don't think she's really leveled up since we last fought her. In fact, I'm pretty sure she just came back. So she should not have a Pegasus yet. No. Okay, her army is just stuffed in one big, ugly column. So I can just target the center of it and go ham. And we're just gonna throw our army at her. I should probably have done an alt-click move, but whatever, I'm already goofed. Alright, we're gonna send the chariots all the way around. And I do have 4 sandstorms now, and the cooldown is much shorter, so that's nice. That was a really good volley. He's already got 41 kills. That's spectacular. And I do have unlocked the Sandvale army ability, which if none of you would see it, it basically gives you hidden in stock for 73 seconds, so I can just like pop it on the flock of Joff, for instance. And they will stay nice and spooky and hidden until I need them to pop out, which is awesome. Alright, we are going to run Kotep ahead because this is a really juicy position for me to just like throw down a really big, ugly sandstorm. Like right here. And then throw an upgraded one of these down like here. And then run away! Yeah, that did a ton of damage. Kotep is starting off with 100 and something kills, so that's really good. Alright, we're going to bring our chariots all the way around. And I'm fine with my warriors just eating all this fire. That's what they're supposed to do. Alright, and then now we throw in the big guns. Katep just chills here and throws down really spooky, scary spells. Alright, I'm going to bring these guys around. And as you can see, the Dark Elves are just getting destroyed because of that really nasty spell we threw down. We're just going to drop bombs on these fleeing archers, which is going to shatter almost its entire force. And those who are coming out on this end are about to receive an ugly surprise. Go ahead and pop Staff of the Damned. Throw down some shields. And we will throw down a nice fat sandstorm where it's needed. And these chariots are actually pretty deadly on the charge. They can break, kill, and shatter most units. And we're just going to bring them right down in the rear here. And they're just going to kill everybody. Alright, and that's pretty much game. Oof, our priest is taking a beating. Jesus. I need to get my Tomb Prince to deal with that dude. And that's all she wrote, folks. Now it's just a matter of cleaning up. Put down another one of these to debuff melee attack and melee defense so that these heroes stop being a problem. More of these in there somewhere. Death Hag. Yeah, there's more thing. And that is it for tonight. Come on. There you go. So take OP, please nerf. Yeah, I mean, Katep is just stupidly scary if you can get people clustered up together. His sandstorm will just rip people a new asshole, and it's amazing. Yeah, this DLC is pretty awesome so far. Alright guys, thank you for joining me this evening. It was a great time.
You will never hold us.
We finally have access to iron and marble. I still have to unlock the... Oh no, I have the iron building. So let me show you how this works now. So the mortuary cult building, see now it checks off that I have iron and I also have marble. So I can like go and see, oh, I can grab this, and I can grab... So for this, the double crescent of Neru, I actually need iron and marble. So now that I have both and I have 100 canopic jars, I can craft it. See what other options we have. We have the Icon of Rulership available, and this number just tells you how many of each category you have. We have the Sun Scarab available, and the Scroll of Shielding. So let's actually go ahead and forge the Double Crescent of Neru. And if I can, I will grab 2 of them. Yep. And I'll give 1 to my Tomb King and 1 to my... And you can craft as many as you have jars for. The Tormentor Sword on Katep is actually pretty fucking good. So we'll give his Tomb Prince the Double Crescent. And then we will give our wonderful Tomb King here another Double Crescent. To make him a little bit more of a threat. Because he's about to enter the world of fighting. Alright, and that pretty much wraps us up for the evening. I'm just checking some last second things, so next time we can just hop right back into it. Put that 3rd point net. Get rid of that. I don't like that building on Iron Spike. That's upgrading. We've got to do the quest battle next time, so y'all can look forward to that. And we can go ahead and upgrade Sealed Tour. And that does it for tonight. We are concluded. So thank you all for joining me. If you haven't already, please consider hitting that like button on your way out. I really enjoyed doing this, and it was a lot of fun. So I'm going to go ahead and save. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll try and make sure to do what I did today, where there's like a little thing that goes up beforehand. I might be streaming at the same time as Italian, so you might have to pick between the two of us. It just depends on how tomorrow works out. So anyway, hope you all have a great day. Be sure to check out that link Misha just posted in chat if you haven't already. It takes you to a Discord where a lot of people hang out. And I will see you guys around. Have a great night. Get some rest. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.